Hello, Internet, and welcome to Red Jenny. We're so excited to be back and playing some more Dragon Age. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Monday afternoon, evening, however time might be for y'all. For our American friends, day before holiday, presumably you have tomorrow off, so congrats on that. We're gonna be delighting you with some more roleplay and dice rolling and trauma today, so excited to have you here for that. I'm going to talk about some of what we've got going on the channel, usual announcements, and then we'll do introductions and get right into it. So this week, thinking about what we've got going on our schedule. Our next regularly scheduled stream will be tomorrow for Escape Velocity. The crew will be returning to Stars Without Numbers and doing some more space adventures. So join them tomorrow for that at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Rest of our schedule, if you want to keep up with it, is below our faces. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you can scroll down, see everything we've got going on right now. I believe we're still making adjustments because Squire Squad is still listed on there, but that show has concluded, and
our schedule is currently up to date. Thank you very much.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, never mind. Forget what I said.
You don't have to call me out in front of everybody.
Listen, I didn't know. The last time I did these announcements, I said that, and then I forgot to check. So
no, our
that's on
up
me.
To date.
Yeah, schedules is up to date. So yeah, you can see everything that we're doing right now down there. Don't think we have anything else super exciting going on. So I'll just go ahead and let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, pretty much nowhere because I don't go on social media anymore. But if you like social media and you like following people and getting your updates there, I launched the GGK Mastodon page today. So you can follow us on a little site called Mastodon, same as we are here at Game Nights, Game with 2 G's and Nights with a K. So that's where you can find me, is there, tweeting about us being live right now. It's not called tweeting there. I don't know what else to call it, because the internet has destroyed my brain.
It's called,
I don't like that.
Donning?
Donning? No.
It sounds dirty in a way.
That's going to get confused with other things.
Yeah, if you know what it's called, or you have a good idea for what we should call it, please reply to our
Blue Sky where it's called tweeting, so.
Our post on Mastodon. Anyway, I'm live on LB Hack 'em Up's channel on Sunday nights, and I'm here several nights a week playing in games and also running D&D on Saturday mornings. But tonight I'm playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman. I was too busy posting on Mastodon to think of a bit. He's an elven marksman. I was gonna say most easily distracted, but I think that's Garas, actually. The most likely to go along with whatever plan his friends come up with in the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair.
That tracks 100%.
I don't think Venehn's ever heard of a bad plan.
No, I mean, because Venehn just agrees with everything, but then it all works out for them in the end.
Super fair. I believe I'm next. What's up, Internet? I am Christina Sid. You can find me all over the internets, and apparently making it work at my in-laws' house at Creek Sid. Here on this channel, Thursdays through Mondays, I run our game of Elegance and Vigilance on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern. It's Good Society, it's D&D, it's Regency superheroes, it's shenanigans, mostly. That's mostly what Thursdays are. It's shenanigans. So definitely come check that out. Tonight, I am playing Yasmera. Yaz is our Kunari shadow. And I believe she would be the most likely to not agree with the plan in the party. Yeah, that tracks.
That also tracks. Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. just type in Wally132, just like the cute little Disney robot, and you'll probably find me because, hey, that's where I am at everywhere. You can find me here on GGK Monday through Thursdays playing all the games everyone has already mentioned already. Come check those games out. But tonight I am playing Garas, the Elven Duelist, who is the most likely to make the plan that Venehn would agree to and that Yasmera would disagree with.
My nose is gonna start bleeding trying to track all this.
That brings it to the last of the cast. That's me. Hi, Internet. Hi, Mom. It's me. It's Sita. You can find me playing this level of game every week with these guys, and every other Tuesday playing Escape Velocity. On the internet, you can find me most places at Mr. Wilt, but the most things I do is on my Instagram page where I post food, because I'm that guy still. And you can find me there at john.sita. Tonight, I will be playing Andros Philippe Bastille de Cartier, also known as Carter, the human arcane warrior, and the one most likely to brute force whatever weird plan has been hatched into action. No finesse, just force.
I don't think this was a bit tonight, y'all. I think we just came up with factual information about our characters.
We did.
That's what I want is like one just like weird fact about your character for the rest of these. It just
We'll
gonna
do that
turn
next
into-
time.
Yeah.
Except we won't, because I'm always the one that starts the bit, and that'll go out of my
Yeah.
head as soon as you start talking again.
Yeah, no, I know. It's all good. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown lurking around the internet. I'm here Thursdays and Mondays playing running games. Other than this game, I run a game on Saturdays. Normally, I run a game called Ward 47. We're playing Parslings. That game is going to be postponed one more week. We'll be picking up, not this Saturday, but next, with the kind of last arc of the show. I think I estimated somewhere around like 4-ish episodes left, somewhere between 4 and 6 depending on how much downtime we do. So yeah, we're very full steam ahead towards the finale of that show, which has been going on for a while now. But this coming Saturday will be the conclusion of the 3-part series I've been running, called High Fantasy, where we're doing a 5e One Piece inspired hack that I wrote with some help from Wally and obviously the rest of the cast for playtesting it. You can see us finish that up at 5 o'clock Eastern time this coming Saturday. That's pretty much it. So, without anything else to be said, are you all ready to get started? Okay. Previously on Red Jenny. Your gang, your squad was traveling aboard the Bastards Call, a smuggling vessel that you had contracted to take you from Minrathous, the harbor of Minrathous, all the way around the high reaches to the city, heading downriver to the city of Hossberg, where the Grey Wardens are currently standing off against the Darkspawn, the blight that is rampaging the countryside. You had been contracted to take these explosives, these lyrium explosives, to the Grey Wardens in the hopes of cutting off the Darkspawn reinforcements there, so they could focus their attention east, back towards Antiva, and hopefully driving out the blight once and for all. You had just concluded, we began last time finishing up a fight against a high dragon that had attacked your ship during its
Must have been
passage.
high to fight us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hey, yo.
I knew someone was going to make that joke. I was just waiting for it. You were able to defeat the dragon, actually salvaging its body, lashing it to the side of the ship, and with plans to take what you could from the corpse and sell the rest of it to the or I guess your pirate captain, Captain Hadar. selling it to in the next port. You continued your journey afterwards. The ship safe and repaired. Some conversations going on in the meantime, and a little bit of flirting between Carter and Captain Hadar, culminating in a rather scandalous evening involving painting and Yaz seeing probably way more of Carter than she ever wanted to.
That tattoo. It's important.
With all of that now being confirmed, and I think some conversations happening in the wake of this climactic moment, you finally reached the mouth of the Lottenfluss, this river that runs through the Anderfels towards Hosberg. You stopped at the city of Tallow to resupply, and you had a really nice gesture there with seeing some of the refugees and the people who had been unhomed and displaced from the blight, taking refuge within this city. You donated some of your wine to helping lift their spirits, also pushing your brand as well, the Red Jenny Winery, and left a pretty sizable donation with the local tavern. I think Venehn spearheaded that, dropped off a lot of silver to help everyone out. Sensing these poor souls that have been through sort of the worst months of their lives at this point, and wanting to give them a little bit of hope. You continued your journey through the Lottenfluss, this icy river, inhibiting some of your progress. You've made really good time. We've succeeded on the last of your travel checks, so you were making it to Hosberg on time before the thaw, which unfortunately did slow you down going through the river, as occasionally would have to stop to break up the ice to continue downstream. When you finally were noticing or reaching some signs of civilization, you woke one morning, the four of you coming to the deck of the ship, and seeing the ruins of the city of Castle around you. You could see the ruins and the wreckage from the Darkspawn as they had swept through this area, signs of battle as you saw torn and tattered warden banners and pennants scattered to the stones, clear signs of an obvious struggle that had taken place here. And in this early morning mist, wind gathering around you, a voice spoke through the mist and the shadow and the fog as the world seemed to take on a grayish tone, and a slender and very tall figure vision began to manifest on the ship, or just off of the ship in front of you. And that's where we're gonna pick up here today. The four of you stand, the world, like the ship seeming to stop, the wind cutting off, everything going still as this shape forms from the darkness, and kind of the mist and fog spinning and entwining together to create this entity standing before you, tall, almost 15 feet tall, with exaggerated, like a human body kind of stretched, pulling on the head and the toes, hands long and pointed with nails or claws, you aren't quite sure. Skin is a grayish pallor, with the kind of trailing up towards the shoulders and chest. You almost make out, it almost looks like pauldrons or some sort of ornamentation that is almost woven into the body. You realize it's almost an extension of the skeleton, the rib cage underneath that you can see almost through. and their head, a human face that appears to be almost masked, with that mask curling up towards a crest on the front of their head, and then curling around with a horn. An alien and asymmetrical appearance that is as troubling as it is terrifying. I'll show you a picture as this figure introduces themselves and says, "I am the architect, and I believe it is time that I made my introductions to the four of you." And here's their picture. A moment of silence carries off. Who's the first to break it?
Holy shit, man! It finally got nice to put a face to the name. So
I think even Venehn is like, "Gosh, shut up."
You see this figure, like, very emotionless. You can see movement of eyes, like, you might mistake as human if not for the monstrous kind of appearance. Very clearly a darkspawn, just from image alone. You can kind of sense that about them, just based on context. But as Garas speaks in a very kind of friendly and almost like joking tone, he turns towards Garas and then back to all of you and says, "Well, I am pleased that you are not adversarial or hostile towards my appearance."
I mean, to be honest, I am kind of frightened. I'm a bit intimidated not to really be hostile towards you. So I'm just pretty much waiting to hear what your deal is.
As soon as Garrus is like, "I'm frightened," Venehn's like elbowing him in the ribs.
Damn.
What brings you here, architect?
Peace. I'm here to make peace.
With us?
In a small sense. I am not your enemy. I am a mediator in a great and bloody war.
Who exactly do you mediate?
The war between your kind and mine.
Darkspawn.
Yes.
We met some of your darkspawn once. One said that you had freed them from the call of the archdemons.
That was sort of in the middle of them trying to kill us.
You may have encountered some under my command. If they caused you any trouble, I apologize.
Also, we kind of encountered a group of people who've been doing things in your name also.
More of my disciples.
Non-Darkspawn people.
Ah,
They kind of did shit to me that I'm not really happy about.
he looks to you, Garas, and in a moment of understanding says, "I see the taint within you."
Yep, that's what they did to me. To be honest, it was kind of shitty of them to do that.
It is not a curse they put upon you, but a blessing.
Well, it's a blessing I didn't ask for. The guy almost killed me and he forced that upon me. I don't know about you, but that kind of pisses me off.
I want the opportunity to explain.
You have it.
Very well. I am seeking to end this blight and all blights forever. Only through creating a peace between Darkspawn and the peoples of Thedas can we avoid further bloodshed. I was born unique amongst my kind. I do not feel the calling. I have a will of my own. For this, I am alone. And I alone am able to see the truth. This blight only ends through the knowledge kept by a select group, a small fraction of your people. I believe you refer to them as Grey Wardens. They are, of course, at odds with my kind, and for good reason. Those that feel and hear and experience the calling are brutal, mindless forces of destruction. Only the ones freed, such as myself, are able to comprehend the scope of our actions.
It would seem to be our experience that even with that freedom, they have chosen, they have been free to choose to attack simple travelers within the Fade. What is this peace that you're talking about?
The enemy that you fight is not the blight, but the calling. Cut off from the calling, yes, much as humans. My people have free will to decide their actions. You fight to keep this corruption at bay. The Wardens fight to keep this corruption at bay. But this is a disease with no cure. You hack off appendages, bleed your cells to slow its progression. What I offer is the only path that does not lead to ruination. And you see they hold up a hand, and the scenery around, actually the ship and the scenery and everything seems to like fade away. And you can see instead the countrysides, unfamiliar to you, but definitely not the countryside you are currently on. But you see kind of a similar side of these ruined buildings, destroyed homes, fires burned out and left as smolders. You see towns destroyed, and you see darkspawn moving amongst them, stepping over the corpses of fallen soldiers, wardens, and guards alike. You can see the banners of Antiva being trod across in the mud. And the architect continues and says, "The Grey Wardens, peoples from across Thedas, are a representation of this concept, this unity that can come from experiencing and controlling the blight. Continued resistance only destroys your own people. To subject oneself to it and understand the cure, that is the Warden's way. And that is the cure toward the key to ending the blight, to ending the calling. I introduce the infection to immunize your people.
So your plan to end the blight is to blight everyone. But with your blood?
In a sense, that is a simple way of putting it, but yes. Those that have been infected by it and then inured, removed from the calling as I have, you no longer need fear it.
How do you know
It is
this is
muted.
true?
I have dedicated many eons to this research.
But how do you know it's true? You can say you dedicated a bajillion years just to research on something, but how do you know it's true?
Yeah, I dedicated an entire year to learning to play the guitar once, and look at me.
They suck at it.
I do not understand what you ask.
Proof.
You are sailing towards the proof right now. The Wardens are all the proof you need. You sail towards them to cure yourself, yes?
We sailed towards them for a few reasons.
One of which being the corruption now spreading through Garrus's blood.
But wardens die.
As do all mortal beings.
Wardens die much sooner than they should.
The Wardens do not understand the full scope of their joining. They stop one step short of where they need be.
Why are you telling us and not them?
You have spoken with my disciples. A Warden would attack me on sight. I ask you pass along my words and my intentions to the Warden Commander. I am offering what those of your own kind would not. And the scenery shifts around once again, and instead it changes into a interior space, a familiar interior for at least Yasmera. This is the council chambers in the Winter Palace, where you witnessed Garahel speaking with the Empress and the other esteemed guests, and you see a frozen image of that scene where Garahel and Isaiah, where their proposal was rejected by the Orlesian Council.
Were you there?
No, I learned of it through my sources.
If we take this to the wardens, they're going to ask us the same thing we're asking you. And that's for proof. We can tell them that they're stopping the joining one step short all we want. They're not going to know what that means any more than we do.
I suppose the demonstration of my research would be doable. I will make preparations. Tell your Warden Commander that I will be in contact with the time and place.
Fine.
Wait.
What do you mean by demonstrations?
What do you got planned?
Looks a little confused at like the suspicion, the hesitation. Says, I will present my research.
Are we talking a lecture series here, or are you planning to use one of the wardens as a test subject?
No. I have my own research subjects that I have utilized for some time. I will bring one of them to show.
Fine. But you know what you are walking into. And you know who you're meeting with. And you know what will happen if you put the toe out of line.
I am very much aware. We will speak again when the time has arrived.
Before
It
you
is
go,
true.
I've known of another group, people who were seeking peace, people who took choice away from others, took a piece of their life away for their own benefit, for their safety. And he steps a bit closer to the architect, looking up at him. I have no love for those people. Tread carefully.
You can see he looks down at you. Again, no condescending, not out of condescension or derision. He's just much taller than you. And looking down and says, you are an interesting one. stuck between two worlds.
And would you cure me of that as well?
I perhaps could.
I have nothing more to say to you.
I got something to say actually before you go. So, talking about everything you said, could you fix me right now? With what's going on with me right now, could you fix me?
Yes.
Then do it. Take this thing that they put in me that's killing me right now. Fix me.
Garas? Stop.
I cannot remove what is in you. You have been irrevocably changed. But I can keep you from losing control. Once you have gone through your warden rites and sought the aid of the joining that they offer, I can show you the next step. And then you need not fear the calling ever again. And with those words, begins to dissolve. The scene around you fades. And you all wake up in your beds.
We were literally on deck before, right?
You thought you were, yeah.
I hate that.
Garas wakes up, grabs a cup, and just chucks it against the wall.
And then Carter goes to everybody's doors, knocks individually, and says, I believe a drink is in order.
I think very quickly you all realize you had the same dream.
Agreed.
I'm
Right.
good.
No, you're not.
No, I'm good.
No, you're not. I can hear you throwing.
Get your ass up now.
You know what? No, I'm not going to get my ass up right now. All right? These assholes doing this thing in this asshole's name put this shit in me. I am not happy about this. Then I have this dream who this guy is telling me that, oh, it's part of some big plan. I am not happy right now. So let me be mad by myself for a bit, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, but if the next big bad or god shows up or whatever, are you going to run your mouth and tell him your weaknesses and that you're afraid of him straight out the gate again? Or do we need to sit in here with you and make sure you keep your fucking mouth shut? You know what? I'm mad too. And I know you've got it worse. Because you're sick. Trust me, I know what feeling fucking violated like that is like. I have an arm that doesn't belong to me, okay? I get it. But the longer this goes on, the stupider you're being. You're going to die before you can ever get sick enough to pass from the blight. You're allowed to be mad. You're not allowed to be dumb.
Garrus doesn't respond.
I think I'll just go grab those glasses. Fades out.
I think Carter is on the deck of a ship with a mug of some wine and is just kind of dangling his feet off the side and staring out.
Before Venehn walks away from Garrus's door, doesn't open it, just says, Garrus, I know you're mad. I know you're scared. We are doing everything we can to keep you alive and to fix this. But if you keep running towards death, There's only so much we can do to stop you. You don't have to answer me, but this is your reminder that there are other people in this world who care what happens to you. So before you throw yourself off the cliff, think about what Yasmera would say at your funeral. And then walks away.
Moments pass for a bit, and like about a minute after Venehn says that, the door opens up and Garas walks out looking very pale and everything. Sorry for yelling at you. Yeah, chef.
Heard Chef.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. It's okay.
Just I don't want to die so soon, Venehn. And
You know what's a good way to die soon? Having an attitude with the Darkspawn god.
it's just they did this to me in his name. Like they did this to what they did to me, they did it for him.
I wonder if he knows that. Or if he knew that before you told him.
I don't know. It's just I finally put a face to the thing that I'm just so pissed off at.
You should be pissed off at what's his fuck.
Oh, I'm very pissed off at what's his fuck.
Because he has free agency in this. And he chose to be a shitbag. I just think that if we come at this with anger, we're going to make a mistake. And we're not in a situation where we can make even little mistakes right now. This is not having an attitude with a rich asshole or insulting the Empress or whatever. This is like god level shit. We don't fuck with that. I know
Right.
you're strong and I know you're capable, but that guy's like... I mean, you saw what he was doing.
Yeah. Yasmera would probably say, "Here lies an idiot with a really handsome face.
No.
Made a bunch of stupid decisions." Something like that.
If you want her to say something like that,
No. This is just where my brain is going with it.
that's not what she would say right now. Don't even get me started on Carter.
Oh boy, Carter would have like some long like essay written for it.
About every mistake you ever made.
Yeah,
'Cause he remembers.
he does.
Do you want to add this to it?
No.
Stop it. You're stupid.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
He holds their hand, gives it a squeeze.
We're going to fix it. But we're going to do it safe.
Right. All right, let's go. Let's go drink and stuff and think about this.
I think you hurt Carter's feelings.
I should go apologize to Carter.
Like I said, it's okay to be mad.
He'll head up to the deck. He'll head over to Carter. Hey, buddy.
Carter hands him the other tankard that he'd been holding, waiting for somebody else. And he says, Garas, feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. Venehn smacked the shit out of me with vocal hands.
I believe that is good. Throws a arm around Garrus' shoulder and he says, we're going to do everything we can to fix this, Garrus. We all love you.
He takes the tankard, takes a long sip from it. You know, this was the first time that I've actually gotten upset about what was happening to me.
I have noticed. And it is all right. I have come to understand that it is healthy to express your emotions. There are more and less constructive ways to do it, but it is only the nature of mortals to be unsophisticated.
Well, you know, when you grew up your entire life giving a middle finger to the establishment, yelling at the god who can control the blight and everything, is kind of in my DNA. But everyone is right. In this situation, I can't just say fuck you to some elder being and hope the best for everything.
No. Although I would add that if conflict does come to us, I cannot wait to charge into battle with him, with you.
Likewise, Carter.
We messed that dragon up.
Oh, we fucked it up real good. Like, we had like a lot of synergy together, you know, when you did the whole thing where you like blessed my swords and I
Yaz comes back over with 2 tankards, gives one to Venehn, and then baps Garrus upside the head and says,
Ow!
you done being a shitbird so we can figure this shit out?
Yes, I'm done being a shitbird. I love you too,
Are you
Yasmera.
sorry you were a shitbird?
I'm sorry I was a shitbird, Yasmera.
All right.
I love you too, Yasmera. Oh, she said it! It counts. Takes a sip.
So, what do we do?
Well, we're going to a place where a bunch of Grey Wardens are stationed. Might as well just pass on that message. I mean, what else can we do?
Something about it does not feel right to me. Does he not already have enough disciples, wardens under his own influence, that could pass this message along just as easily?
Venehn made a good point earlier. I don't think he's aware fully of what maybe these people are doing. Because if he did, then he would have had them pass the message on, like you said. I mean, he's getting the feeling that maybe that we're kind of like little tiny specks and a little tiny underneath a magnifying glass for him to examine. No, we're just, as he put it, research.
Well,
He knows enough of them to purportedly know of us because of our encounter with them.
do you think if they had tried to tell us about this, we would have believed them? Or some
No.
random more than we don't know?
And this great being that calls itself an architect is under the impression that 4 criminals would be believable.
Carter, he's not of our world. Not really. I don't get the impression that is on his radar, or even matters. He's not coming from Valrio. He's Darkspawn. That's the biggest cultural divide I can think of. But I think one thing that a lot of sentient, I guess, beings would know across a lot of cultures is that if you're trying to make a point, making it yourself instead of having someone do it for you works a lot more often.
He had someone in that meeting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, I think this has to go straight to Garahel.
I agree.
Yes.
Especially since he showed us that image of Garahel make at the meeting.
I think we have to take it straight to him and say it.
There is something I should tell you all. I had a dream some months ago. I met with Garahel and a formed army on a great and bleak and desolate plain. The dagger that killed... Fuck, what was his name? Bard, the prince.
Well, Arlo is his fake name. You're looking for Prince Dario.
Dario,
Dario
yeah.
Campana.
The blade that killed the Campania royal family rested directly in the back of Garahel. And coming towards us was all of the assembled might of the Blight itself. I do not know if that directly relates to this situation, but I worry about putting our friend in danger.
If we don't tell him, the architect's going to contact him anyway.
I suppose that is true. I just do not like feeling forced into this.
Pick another line of work, buddy.
And here I thought we chose this life for freedom.
Most of it. But when you put your neck on the line for a noble you know is a shitbag for a lot of money, scales go in the other direction a little bit.
Yes, it does come with the territory sometimes.
Up.
Plus, who knows how accurate that dream actually is? Don't you, like, put dreams in people's heads?
Yes.
Could you put something in there that's a lie?
Yes.
50-50 shot. But I wouldn't dwell too much on what the fate is giving you right now. Considering that we know who's in it.
Yeah, Darkspawn should not be there.
So, we're not going to tell these wardens when we get there about this, are we?
I think it would be ill-advised to speak to lower-ranking members as well.
Need to meet with Garahel in a second.
But we still need to talk to some wardens when we get there. Regardless.
Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean we can't talk to them about your blight. Just not about the whole next steps thing.
What do you think, he meant by that?
Well, no one really knows, except for the Grey Wardens, how the joining works. Not really. So it's hard to say.
Takes a long swig of the drink.
Pours everyone another round.
So Carter, was the captain the top, or was he like a power?
No, I'm
bottom
leaving.
Situation?
You
Yes,
know
downs
you
her
want
drink
to
and
know.
walks away.
You want to know,
want to
Yasmera?
know.
You curious? Get back here.
I
Walks
know
away.
what I know what you're
Slams the
writing
quarters
in
door
there.
shut.
I know what you're writing in there.
You know nothing?
Titties.
Oh, titties. Yeah, that's right. We heard you writing about titties.
No response.
These are the cards. She was writing about titties.
So I believe that he would normally consider himself a top in most environments, but I am proud to say that he found himself comfortably being a switch.
Good for you.
I'm proud of
Thank
you.
you.
I'm happy for you.
How many tattoos does he have?
Like a bajillion.
Like a bajillion.
I lost count. I was finding them in
Oh.
small places.
That's definitely a bajillion. Yasmera, he said he has a bajillion
Shh, the
tattoos.
captain's going to hear you. Not that I think he cares, but should be polite. It's his boat.
Yeah. High fives, Carter.
With Mood having returned to your group and having come to some decisions, conclusions, we're going to carry through with the travel. The next few days pass, moving downstream. No more visits in the night or attacks. More of the same. You see the full scope of the Anderfell countryside as you head downriver until finally arriving at Hossberg. You see a ruined city, mostly ruined. Homes burned to rubble along a cliffside overlooking the river. The only thing fully standing at its precipice is a keep, fortified and flying the Grey Warden banners. You can see smoke drifting up from hearths and chimneys, and you can see as the ship approaches a gathering of a small contingent of wardens along the shore. You can also see flying in an encampment outside, like kind of down the cliffs a little bit. There is some tents set up. Different from the Grey Warden's blues and silver coloring, these have the coloring in the banners of Orlais. And you see the Orlesian sun flying over the camp, along with many horses. Looks like a full cavalry being positioned there outside of the keep. The ship comes to a slow halt. Captain Hadar calling for the sails to be withdrawn and the anchor to be lowered. The ship coming to a resting space. Yeah, I'd say they probably built some docks there. So yeah, the docks are maintained. So comes like docks itself, like right up against the this northern side of the river, or sorry, southern, eastern side of the river.
Say the other two.
Nope, it is definitely eastern. I had to look at the map and confirm where Hossberg was in relation to the river. I know everybody cares about that. So, so Captain Hadar comes down to you as the wardens are approaching, but boots clunking heavily against the wooden dock. Says, "So, I suppose that's going to be it for our journey together for now. I don't much care to stick around and be conscripted into the Warden's war effort.
We understand.
It's not your style, we get it.
Right. But, well, I don't suppose you have any plans for how you're getting back, if we should be returning for you, if you have other means of... I suppose right. if you need us to come back and pick you up. Hopefully you've prevailed, and for whatever reason you're here delivering a shit ton of wine.
Don't worry.
Military life is hard, you know?
Yeah, it is. You know, you need some spirits to help uplift the spirits.
Right.
We should put that on a shirt.
I know we should. I was thinking about that all day, and I just didn't have a chance to say it out loud.
Could we make like shirts for the winery?
As you're talking, he walks just straight up to Carter and says, I don't suppose I understand if you want to stick with this rabble, but you're welcome to stay with us if you're looking for more adventure on the high seas.
Carter grabs him by the beard. And I imagine that how tall is the captain?
I'd say a little bit taller, maybe a little bit taller than you.
Okay. Grabs him by the beard and just pulls him down into a kiss. And then lets go and says, I'll find you again. You will see me in your dreams, Captain. And then he smacks the captain's ass and starts to go down the gangplank.
Our neighbors, no joke, just set off like a bevy of fireworks during the
Just
conversation.
in celebration of you. I think Captain Hadar is a bit like caught off guard, and maybe you see a little bit of you're not sure if it's the cold or the kiss, but a little bit of flush to his cheeks, and looks around to his crew and says, what you gawking for? Start hoisting up everything from below deck. Come on, we gotta get moving. We got a schedule to keep. And starts barking orders to the rest of the crew.
Okay,
as they
but
start
the
carrying
next
out
captain
the
is mine.
barrels.
Why you get to call dibs on it? You don't even know if we're gonna
call
have a
dibs,
captain.
'cause
You can't
I
call
mean,
dibs on the captain.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Ben,
can.
you know one captain up there that
That's the joke.
I didn't know if you were making that intentionally, but I thought I'd connect the dots.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the barrels are all brought down. Carter, you head down the gangplank. The crew begins to hoist everything onto the docks, and the one warden approaches. You can definitely see, whereas like most military that you tend to see in like Orlais or otherwise in society, like very much regularly kept, this is like wartime. They are scruffy. Their armor is not like it's well kept, but it's not like polished. You can see some mud. These wardens here are soldiers who have seen battle and are not doing this for show. One of them approaches, big kind of scruffy brown beard, hair that's been messily chopped just to stay out of his face, and he comes forward to all of you. You can see probably like a lower ranking officer amongst the wardens, and says, I wasn't expecting us to be getting a shipment today. Are you in the right place?
This is going directly to one Lord Valmont.
Valmont. Captain Valmont. Right. Okay. Well, we can have it taken to their encampment. I'm sorry, I should ask for introductions. I'm Sergeant Hansen. Your names?
Sergeant, I'm Venn. This is my crew.
Hello, I'm Garas. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
You know
And
what
that's
that is.
Tony. Don't tell him. Nobody tell him.
All right. Then Garas, Yaz, Tony. It's nice to meet you.
You know you can't walk away when I'm about to start talking. See?
You can see, like, as the crew is getting last things, they're getting prepared to take the ship around and head back upriver or downriver. You can see the sergeant says, "Are you planning on staying?" I'm afraid Hosberg is entirely under warden command right now. We don't really have any room here to keep civilians. I would recommend you make your way back with your ship.
The captain is expecting us.
All right. The captain isn't currently here. Actually left a few hours ago. I can take you to Commander Garahel if you need to sort anything out.
That would be great. Yes.
That would be fantastic.
Where is Captain Belmont gone?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that. You'll have to ask the commander himself.
That's fair.
That's information he's willing to divulge.
Alright. Commander Garahel it is.
Right. Please follow me. We'll make sure these barrels of relations in their wine. Jeez. And
They're fragile.
Be careful
Right.
with it.
Extremely fragile.
we'll make sure they get to the right place. Take them to the comment. Motioning to the barrels, the other wardens begin to load them up onto some carts and taking them to the Elysian tents. The four of you are escorted along with the sergeant up the cliff as well, along with the barrels. You can keep an eye on them while you're going up because about the same pace. You wind up the cliffside up to the ruins of Hosberg here, or the keep of Hosberg. You can see they're probably about outside of the main fort, and you can see like moving in and out. It's not the Orlesian soldiers here are more so encamped outside of the fort for lack of any comfortable living situation inside of it. You move through the ranks here, some giving looks over to you, some seeing the wine and seeming pretty pleased about that, until the sergeant barks to say that this is for Captain Lambert and not for and not to be touched by anybody else in the meantime. And it is brought over to the officer's tent, which you pass and head straight towards the Hosberg fort. Heading into the fort itself, you can see they are the big braziers burning to keep the frost at bay. You can see in the training yard, some of the wardens are practicing. Most of them here, you can kind of get a sense. Actually, let's do this. Let's do a roll. Whoever wants to can do a perception. Oh boy. Well, here, let me bring up my focuses because I think there's a couple you could make here that might give you some different information.
Empathy?
Yeah, I was saying either perception, empathy, or cunning military lore.
I'll try.
I got none of those.
I'll do the military lore one because I don't think anyone else has it. Someone else can do empathy.
Got it.
17.
15.
17, 15? Okay.
2 stunt points.
Won't worry about stuff
Flirt.
points right now, but
Flirt.
yeah, flirt.
Only 2.
All right. Did Carter Garris?
No.
You get anything better? Okay. Yeah. So Venehn, you did the empathy check, correct?
Correct.
So you get a sense as you're kind of moving through here, and you see the soldiers that are gathered. These are all pretty much everyone here seems to be a veteran at this point, and you're gathering, like, even though there's some training going on in the yard, these aren't new recruits. Everyone here has probably seen battle. Some of them are a bit older than you would probably want in your vanguard troops here. Some getting on a bit older in years, a bit gray in the beard. They are
That's all experience, baby.
yeah, a lot of it experience, and a lot of it you're kind of getting the sense of, yeah, there's not as many, and both of you get the sense of this, aren't as many people here as you might have hoped. All in all,
so this is not like training new folks. This is like keeping shit sharp in case something happens.
Yeah, pretty much. You're getting through the end of winter right now, so this is like as things are being done, like whereas the Darkspawn were forced into sort of hibernation during the winter, the Wardens use that time to recover from injuries and like replenish their forces. But most of the time, it doesn't seem like they really have any new recruits that they are training here. And both of you can tell, gather around, right, or kind of looking around right now. You don't see, this isn't an army, or well, it's not. This isn't a huge group of wardens. This isn't like thousands of soldiers, like the might of the Orlesian military or the Tevinter Imperium's forces. This is a pretty like ragtag group that's here. And you can see they are kind of eyeing you as you're moving through. New faces, bit strange. An eclectic group, the four of you are. Yasmera, you get kind of the same thing, and again, you can tell based on the provisions that they have here and the soldiers they have, like, this is an army running on fumes, as you might have expected, or maybe you didn't. You are led into the keep, which is warm. Looks like they've got fire burning in a couple of the hearths. You are led back into to a closed door. You hear some muffled conversation through, where the sergeant knocks dum, 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 against the wood, and then you hear a muffled voice from inside says, "Come in." Door opens and Sergeant Hassel gives Hansen gives a salute and says, "Commander Gerhel, I have new arrivals from downriver. They carry word, and I suppose they wanted a word with the captain, Lambert. I told them he wasn't here. Figured you might want to fill them in." And Garahel comes striding around and sees
And
the
as
four of
Garahel
you.
is the actual protagonist, he's working on his war plans and turns and see a bunch of familiar faces walk in the door in the second act.
Yeah, you see Garahel, who you haven't seen in a while now. Not since I don't think you've seen Garahel since the Winter Palace.
It's
I
been
believe
ages.
it's been a while. You see, looking much the same, a bit kind of similar to the other soldiers here. You can see has weathered the winter here a bit, even for an elf, a bit scruffier, though it doesn't grow in as full as it does on humans. He has his hair is a bit kind of matted and pulled back into a ponytail just to get it out of the way. He's got some like bags under his eyes. You can see looking a bit tired, or maybe from stress. You aren't sure, but he sees the four of you and immediately lights up and says, "Well, this is what I expected at all today.
Commander.
my friends, it is so good to see you. And he immediately comes up to the four of you and like gives each of you a hug. In turn, the sergeant kind of steps back in bed and like has a confused, befuddled look on his face. And Venehn says, "Sergeant Hanson, these are good friends of mine. You are dismissed. I'll catch up with them on my own." And the
Probably tell the troops not to drink any of that wine. At least not most of it.
the sergeant looks up, looks at you, and looks back into Garahel, who just kind of shrugs and gives a nod and says, "Do as she says." And Sergeant says, "Of course, ma'am." And turns on his heel and heads down the hall.
As he's leaving, but while he can still hear me, I say, "That Sergeant Hanson of yours, super professional.
I know, he is really good at his job.
He's really working
He's
hard
good.
out there."
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
is.
Shoulders perk up and he walks a bit, has a bit of a swagger to his step. The door closes and you see Garahel was in here with a few other warden captains that are kind of gathered around a ward table here. You can see of the surrounding countryside kind of patched together, Mossberg and some of the you can see like a ward table gathered here.
I look at all of them. I say, "That wasn't just to make him feel better. That's true."
I appreciate it. You've shown up on a strange day.
Oh, don't worry. It's been weird for us too.
It's been a bunch of strange situations in general.
Right.
What's going on?
Warden business here. We're well, I guess fresh eyes can't help. You see some of the other officers look a bit quizzically and says, "These four saved my life a while back. I may have a unique perspective on our current situation. Why are you here, by the way?"
It's not wine.
Some of it is wine.
Yeah, 50-50 is wine.
We were contracted to make a hopefully very helpful delivery to your front line here. Is it? Can I talk in front of them? Is that?
You can. Yes. these
Sorry,
are-
hi. We haven't
Okay, cool.
met. I'm Van.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Garas.
You can see
Hello.
This is Yaz. That's Tony.
the the
Just
lieutenant commanders and the other officers in the room give their assent in turn, and Garahel says, "I trust them."
Just
Okay,
kidding,
they
it's
cool?
Carter.
Yeah.
They cool? Okay, they cool. Okay, so we have...
We have a bunch of lyrium explosives for you.
Yeah.
Why? Who?
Because you're Valmont as family in Orlais. Well, in Valerio.
How many do you have?
Oh, wow.
Like so many. Looking at yes, you know.
You know
Like-
what?
Yaz remembers the exact number. Sid does not.
15. You have 15.
15.
15. He looks back to the captains and or the officers, and one moves forward and says, "Commander, that we could use that to I know and you were bringing this here for Captain Valmont on
Yep.
his orders."
Well, no, not on his orders. We were contracted by a relative of him to bring these here to him.
That's very good news indeed. If we position those and you moves over the ward tables, if we could use those to close off the openings to the deep roads here, that would cut off any reinforcements. We only have to deal with the contingency that's here on the country. One of them steps in and says, "Right, and we can route them with the cavalry from the Orlesian God." And
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
shut
why
up,
we are
Gash, shut
bringing...
Do you maybe want to put some people protecting that tent then? That's-
Garahel turns back and says, "Right, Captain, meet up with the sergeant. Have those barrels brought in immediately. Take them down to the cellar. We will decide we'll make our plan once they are secured. Looks back to the three of you as the captain heads off and says, all right, I have some bad news to give to you a little bit. Captain Lambert isn't here right now. We were actually just discussing a situation. We had a scouting party that was sent out to deal with or investigate the current Darkspawn forces as we're reaching the end of winter and we're expecting attacks soon. There have been increasing Harlock activities in the eastern countrysides, and we're expecting to, we were making our plans for siege in the upcoming months. This changes things, and we'll have to change our tactics, as now I think we can make for a full-scale attack, but we had scouts set out to gather critical information on Darkspawn movements and numbers. The party didn't return, and Captain Lambert took a small group of Orlesian soldiers under his command and went searching for them. Hasn't been back yet. It's only been gone for a few hours, but we tried to gather up more, and he seemed impatient and wanted to take it. Very enthusiastic, but I'm worried about what might happen if they encounter, if is a Darkspawn patrol out there. We were currently trying to decide on a plan of approach. We're spread pretty thin here.
If someone could take us out that way, I suppose we could go look. We're here, aren't we?
Yes. This isn't your fight, my friends. I don't have to.
About
It's a little bit. Oh, right. Looks at Garas, but right, yes, that you are why. Yes.
Yes.
Not. Never mind.
Yeah.
Garas has a problem. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Can we talk about that first? I don't want to step on anyone's toes about all this, but
Right.
So I got infected with the taint. Some assholes gave it to me as part of some bullshit ritual. And I was wondering if you guys can help me out.
Are you sure?
I mean, I wouldn't be coming here to explaining this to you if I wasn't sure.
We have a lot of other things to tell you about, also.
I feel like maybe we should have a nice sit-down discussion and put everything out on the table.
He steps towards you and says, may I? He's going to put his hands on you for a second.
I mean, ask me out to dinner first, but go right ahead.
May I?
Oh, go ahead.
And starts kind of
Carol's
inspecting,
take this seriously.
Does a very brief kind of medical inspection, looks at your eyes, checks the coloration of your skin and says, and steps back and looks over to the rest of you and says, where did you encounter Darkspawn? Are any of the rest of you risk? How long ago was this?
It's a very
Commander.
long story. It's a long story.
It was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We should talk about this. We might be able to help, but let's discuss the details later. If you can help Captain Lambert in obtaining this scouting report that we're missing right now, that would be the critical information that we need to implement the plan that seems to have already been put into place. So, yes, we can escort you out there. I'll take you out myself. You see one of the other officers says, Garas, you can't do that. And I will have someone take you. You can see Garahel's like very clear as like put in the situation of command, which last time you met, he was not commander of the Grey Wardens. This seems to be a pretty recent promotion or decision that he hasn't like fully adjusted to.
When was the last time you slept?
That's you see somebody else in the one of the others in the back says, "That's a very good question right there."
Seems like it should be now. And
I'll
the big guys here can, hold down the fort, and then when we get back, we'll talk.
right.
You take a nap.
I'll get some rest. All right. We'll get you horses and thank you. Thank you. Dismissed, I guess.
Nap.
Go take a nap. Go sleep.
Commander, you're commanded to sleep.
I'll take that under advisement.
I'm so excited to go for a ride. We were stuck on that boat for so long.
We've been riding the seas for a really long time.
Oh, Carter was riding something.
All right. So is there anything at the fort you want to do before you mount up and head on out to try to find Captain Lambert?
Maybe, but I have some questions that Sita does not remember.
Yeah, sure.
I've been scrolling for a while trying to find where I put this in. What the hell is Eckert's family name? You asked me to make that up a long time ago, and it's gone.
I don't know if I ever got it from you.
I put it in the stupid main Red Jenny Discord chat months ago, and I cannot find it.
Yeah.
But along with that is, it's been a while since we've talked about this. How close are they to Hosberg?
Oh, how far is Eckert's family from Hosberg? I mean, that's for you to decide. I mean, I don't think for the sake of
we could figure that out whenever we go on break. We could return to that after break.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's
How do
look
you
into
spell
we'll look at
Eckert?
ECKHIART.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Maybe I'm crazy. I know I came up with it and typed it in something somewhere.
I'm also perfectly happy saying that they live in Hosberg, if you want to have that. There are some civilians here. Still, you could inquire after his family if you wanted to, just to simplify things.
Yeah.
So, I'm fine with that. Okay. But yeah, we can confirm the last name, or you can make up a new one because I don't think it's been one we've introduced. So if you're more than welcome to just come up with a new one. All right, that. Yeah. So you head out to the, or did anybody else have anything? Sorry. Okay. You head out quickly, following out to the courtyard once again into the cold, where Sergeant Hassel is waiting there. You can see that like some of them, they're bringing in the barrels now and taking them like into the fort and storing them somewhere safe. Sergeant Hassel seems a little bit confused by everything turning around, but has clearly been given order because he is now waiting with 5 horses. Near the gates of the fort. Says, hello again. I appreciate your putting in a good word for me with command. I didn't realize you were close with the commander. That's
Oh yeah, we're good friends.
good. Well,
We don't usually bandy that sort of thing about, you know.
No.
It's kind of gauche.
I guess I'm your guide for this little scouting party. We'll
Right.
see what we can find. Captain Lambert left heading south, so that's the direction we'll head. See if we can pick up any trails. I assume you all can ride.
Oh yeah, we're pretty good on horseback.
In fact, I have a talent on my sheet called horsemanship.
Oh.
Perfect.
Venehn says it out loud, and everybody's like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
It's like, right, okay, cool.
No more wine for Venehn.
I
today.
do have the horsemanship talent, though, so I'm really good at horses.
Hey.
All right.
It's like Venehn rides side saddle the entire time.
It's actually not just horses. It is you're a skilled rider. It can handle horses and other beasts of burden with ease.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Is a wyvern considered?
I was just about to ask if that counts. Because I think that 100% counts.
If you become a wyvern rider, that would be pretty dope. We can
Captioner
figure
thought
that
I
out.
said is a wyvern Tim Burton, so think about that.
Is a wyvern Tim Burton?
Is a wyvern Tim Burton?
Is
Is
Scientists
Tim
still
Burton.
aren't sure.
And Bruno Mars gay?
a wyvern?
All right. Sorry, adding Sergeant Hassel. All right. The four
Is it
of you.
Hassel or is it Hanson?
Hanson.
I was
Hanson.
thinking- yeah,
Why do I
okay.
keep saying? I don't know why I keep saying Hassel.
I don't know who Hassel
Uh,
is, but he
Sergeant
keeps showing up
Hanson.
and trying to steal Sergeant Hanson's dreams.
Sergeant
He's gonna
Hanson.
take his face off.
We
Sergeant
cage
Hanson
him.
We have to
leads
help
you. It leads
No
you
more drugs
south.
for Batman.
I'm gonna have everyone do a check for this. Let's do a perception tracking.
Oh.
I have that.
Well,
Hey.
howdy ho.
Anyway, and just in response, I don't fucking need drugs to come up with this shit. Talk to me when I'm high.
May I use either seeing or hearing, as I have both?
No, we're using tracking.
Fine.
13
I
Carter.
said tracking. Yeah.
Don't take this
Uh,
away from me. It's a skill I have.
Sorry, I realize I can add macros now, so I don't have to type this out every time.
We love a good macro.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So that is. Can you all see that roll? Did that come through for all of you, or is it just me?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
I didn't. I want to make sure I did that right. So he rolled a 13. He's got a +3 to perception, so that is a 16. All right. So what did everybody else got?
Only a
13.
12.
I got a 14.
14. Carter, you said 13. Okay. Venehn.
20.
20. Nice. Well, Venehn, you pick up on it first. So Sergeant Hanson is leading your group as you're trotting forward, and it kind of
And it's
following
finally
the
in a
signs.
place where he knows what to do.
Yeah, and kind of you quickly you reach a point where like Sergeant Hanson like slows you to a stop. There's a lot of tracks here, and kind of the snow is melted away. It's a little bit hard to follow, and he's having trouble picking up on where they might have gone. There are a couple times where you can see a group of it looks like one on horseback, and then occasionally maybe like 10 soldiers moving alongside. He loses it for a bit, but then you very quickly pick it up and you point in the right direction, seeing where they pick up in the mud, heading to kind of the southeast.
I'm giving him tips.
So, oh, thanks. Good eye. And
It's hard to just see when foliage and things are broken in the winter and when it's been raining because it's so wet. You can kind of tell by the way it's splintered that something broke it, that it didn't fall.
I'd be happy to pick up pointers from you when we get back. He stirs forward, and you ride for another like 20 minutes. It's like he's keeping a pretty quick trot going on through, like not a full gallop, but he kind of comes to a slow as you're heading up over a ridge, and Yaz, what did you roll again?
12.
12. I just wanted to know what it would have been if it had been seeing or hearing, because that would have
Yeah,
by
only
2, right?
14. Yeah.
Okay. He stops for a second, and you can all begin to hear something like a muffled shouting and the telltale like clanging of steel against steel in the distance. And he stops and goes, Darkspawn. And he dismounts his horse and moves up to the edge of this ridge. And as you all follow, you can see down in there's like a pathway and these ancient looking like stairs that kind of go down this ridge here. And you can see in the distance a commotion happening at the base of some ruined buildings. You can see a group of Orlesian soldiers currently fighting off a much larger group of Darkspawn that are kind of pushing through this like narrow alleyway where it's kind of funneled. And behind that group of soldiers on horseback in captain's armor, you see somebody else that is like shouting commands to them. Appears to have like a lance or something at his side that he is occasionally jabbing forward at the Darkspawn in front of him.
His lance is
From
my
this
friend.
distance, could Venn recognize him?
Venehn, you see Lambert. And you also see, so there's this group of Darkspawn in front of them, but then there seems to be in one of these ruined buildings, there's another collection of Darkspawn that are gathered at an entryway, or what is probably like a doorway leading to these buildings, and they appear to be trying to like break through something. There's another Darkspawn that's with them that appears to be like giving commands. So there's a commotion that is happening down there, and right now it seems like the battle is kind of up in the air, and Sergeant Hansen says, looks like we found them.
Hanson, wait. Ambushers never expect an ambush.
All right, what do you want to do?
Ambush them. I don't
Take
know,
out
you're the
the
military
leader.
guy.
Yes, just picks up her crossbows, like, take out the leader. They never fight without the leader.
We're gonna have to get pretty close for that.
Do you think we can get Yaz and me up on one of the roofs?
Maybe you can see like where this ridge kind of descends down the hillside here. There are you can see like the commotion is to be happening in like this one thoroughfare collection of these two buildings. You could potentially sneak around if you wanted to come around the side and maybe climb up on top of one of these buildings if you wanted to. But you still have like a fair clip to get there. It says we can run that way on foot. If we go on horseback, they're going to see us coming.
Let's get closer.
Let's go.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
Time for our grand entrance.
I would like you all to make stealth checks. Dexterity stealth checks. And I'm going to move us over to our battle map. The stealth check will determine whether or not you're able to get positioning and potentially surprise for this fight. So...
Not rolling well tonight.
I mean, you rolled a 16 with 4 stump point. That's
still pretty good.
That's bullshit.
Listen,
for
if you're
this.
used
No,
to
it's
using
good
your
for this
rigged-
game.
You're used to
Yeah.
using your rigged dice that roll all 6s, so I don't want to hear it because you roll
I miss
insanely
my
low.
physical dice.
Yeah,
They're
your
my
weight-
babies.
Your
You
weighted
don't
dice.
got the
They're
you
not
don't got the
weighted.
purple. You don't got the purple ones.
I don't
We
got
get it.
purple with me.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
I'm gonna
get it.
roll for the Darkspawn. Again, we're gonna set this up, and then we'll take our break, and we'll actually jump into combat. So Darkspawn.
Can I use my star points?
Okay. All right. What everybody got?
16.
16? Okay.
15.
15? Okay.
20.
Okay.
21.
Okay. And Captain Hansen gets a 11. But all of that beats the 8 that I rolled for the dark spawn. So you all get positioning, and I will move us over to our battle map.
Can I spend my 4 stunt points to get the upper hand, which is if your discoveries lead to a combat within a moment or two, you receive a +3 to your initiative roll?
Yes, you definitely can do that. If anybody else had stunt points they wanted to spend too, they can do that. Here's what I'm going to say for the sake of this battle. So can everybody see the battle map?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
And you can see your you can see your characters. You can position your characters anywhere you want on the map, as long as you are not within 3 squares of an enemy. So I'll let you put yourselves wherever.
Are there
you want
any
to go.
like roofs on these buildings, or is it all open?
There
Yeah.
are. I just going down. So this building has a roof on it. You cannot currently see. So there are, and I think as you get closer, you can hear some shouting coming from inside. There are wardens the warden scouts appear to be in this building, and it seems like the darkspawn are trying to break into it to get to them. So
Which one is the leader?
This one here.
Oh,
This
okay.
guy. Okay.
All right.
So he's
What
pretty
about
much
this
like
other side?
that side does not have a roof. It's pretty busted down. You could climb on top of the ruins. There just isn't it's not as much of a stable surface. That building is not nearly as intact as the other one. But you could climb on top of some of that rubble.
Okay.
Yaz on one side, me on the other.
Do it. If I
Carter
could get
whispers.
up here.
Carter whispers to Garas, you and I, front line.
Okey-dokey.
There.
I'll go.
And I will say that if you're on top of this building, you won't be able to see any of the darkspawn unless you get closer to the edge on this, over on this side. Because
Oh, okay.
just the nature of they're on a lower level, you're on top, so
Okay.
you will have to move. You can get close and be completely out of sight. It's just if you're going to fire, you're going to have to move over the side and
Okay.
shoot at them.
Maybe I'll go here, and then I can move during my turn.
Yes, you can. So you
Okay.
could position yourself, get it to where you want to go, and then all of you can spring in at the same time.
And again, so these folks are inside the building right now.
They're
They're not on
inside the
outside.
building downstairs. Yeah.
Got it.
Or they're on the ground floor. You're on top. I'm gonna put a marker on you just so we know that you're
I was
who's
about
on
to
top
ask,
of the
yeah.
building, who's on the bottom.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna do a little wing marker to show that you are up. Actually, no, I'm gonna do a color marker instead because that'll be easier for me to see. So we'll do a yellow marker. Anyone who's marked with yellow is
up top.
up. So Van, I assume you're also up.
Yes. Oh,
Oh.
I have two. Mickey Mouse
They're like little ears.
All right. And Garrus, you're gonna have to be back just a little bit because that would
Okay.
put you
Got it.
to sneak up, and your sergeant will come in with you. So you all come sneaking in, I think, kind of rushing across the ice and the snow, quickly making your way down the ridge. You can see Sergeant Hansen draws his longsword to the side and preparing himself to attack. You can see again seems to be very adjusted and used to combat, and you don't sense any nervousness or apprehension off him. He quickly sticks with you, Garrus, as you head down the ridge towards this frontline engagement where Captain Lambert is currently giving orders to the Orlesian soldiers. You can see where a couple of the Orlesian soldiers have fallen to the side. There are only about 5 remaining, where there are about 5 bodies as well. Their numbers having been reduced by half. He is yelling out to the others as these darkspawn are pushing up against, stabbing forward with jagged blades, overwhelming the Orlesians with brute force as the others are trying to break into a building where you can see some debris and barricades have been put in. Yaz, you climb up onto the building with while Venn, you slink around to the side and climb up on top of some of the other rooms, both of you getting in position and preparing yourself. And as you come, as Garas and the sergeant come rushing down the hill, along with Carter, Lambert, as he pulls his lance back, armor kind of spattered with mud and scratched and dented from blows, looks back over his shoulder and like flinches for a little bit as he sees the 2 of you coming, and then sees Grey Warden as well. Actually, I'm gonna roll Venehn, what did you roll in your stealth check?
21.
Okay, let me just roll for Lambert real quick.
If he gets a 22, I am going to laugh.
I actually kind of hope he sees me.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really hope so.
I don't think he only has a +2. I don't think he can roll that high. But oh man, I rolled 2 6s and a. Hold on.
I think the most he can roll is a
15.
20.
Yeah, that's the
He
most.
rolled a 17 with 6 stunt points.
Is one of the stunt points
He'll definitely see
ghosts
me.
of my past?
Yeah, I don't think. No, he doesn't see you. So.
Oh, it's okay. He will.
He will soon enough.
He does see the big Kunari woman climbing on top of the
Yeah,
roof.
he does.
Yeah.
Especially
Making
for his higher-
eyes, making eyes toward Ven. I could totally see that.
Hold on. Does
Totally see that.
so
Yasmera's
he's
ass
on
gonna give me
horseback,
away.
so he's at a higher elevation than pretty much anyone else in this battlefield right now.
Yes.
And he definitely sees everyone except for Venehn right now coming down the hillside towards him. He sees a Kunari climbing onto a roof and moving forward, and he, like, even in the heat of battle, he makes a very confused face through his helm towards you, Yaz. Does Yaz actually point over to Venehn in this moment?
I think if she realizes that he's made eye contact, she goes over toward Ven. Yeah, 100%.
He turns, looks in the direction of the rubble off to his left, and sees Venehn.
I pretend like I don't see him, but I knock an arrow and just wait.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break and roll for initiative. So, thanks everyone out there for
Cool guys,
watching.
Don't look at their exes.
We are going to step away for a few moments to get our initiative order settled, then we will jump back in for the battle and see if Venehn can rescue his boyfriend. Stick around, everyone, and we will see you back here real soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We are going to jump right back in to our fight here. So, is music not working, or is this song just incredibly quiet?
I think it's just really quiet.
I'm going to move to a different one. Let's go to this one. All right. So, where things currently stand, all of you have rushed into the fight. Yaz and Venehn are up on some high ground here. There are some darkspawn, some group of Hurlocks that are currently fighting with the Orlesians, who seem to be falling. They're having a difficult time there at the command of Captain Lambert. And then you know that there are, through context clues here, the Grey Warden scouts that have been trapped are inside this building, and the Hurlocks are trying to push into that as well to finish them off. So we are going to start at the top of our initiative order with Venn.
That's me. I'm going to. Do I aim? pull up the thing. I think I'm going to aim. I feel like we should go ahead and just kill the leader. And then worry about the rest of it in the chaos.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm gonna do
you
that. Sorry, I was like reading and talking at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna aim.
I will say from your current position, the leader has a little bit of cover behind this wall that's here. If you moved around to like this southern corner, you'd have a much cleaner shot.
Yeah, but then I can't aim.
That would be true. You could have.
I guess
positioned there if you wanted
how
to.
much does cover? I don't know what cover does in this game.
So you will be having a +1 to your attacks as you have the high ground. He's
okay.
He's considered in light cover right now, which will be a -2. So those will equal out to a -1 to your attack.
But when I aim,
You
I get a
+1.
+2.
+2.
Because
Okay,
my archery
so that
style,
you would end up with a +1.
as opposed to just my regular roll if I move.
If you
'Cause
decide to move, and
moving-
again, if you wanted to say, because you're the first person to act in this surprise situation, if you wanted to say that you had positioned down there earlier, planning on attacking the,
I mean, yeah, if I can cheat and do all of them.
yeah, I'll let you cheat through all of them. Again, because y'all specifically set up to gain some
Like
surprise
that?
there.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's on the wall, kind of.
Yeah, no, that is fine. You can be there.
Okay, so I'll aim. Which will give me, because my archery style, +2 to my attack. And then remembering, and I would like to treat this as a backstab, please.
Okay. So I will say, because y'all already succeeded on your stealth rolls against them, that we will count you rogues will automatically get backstab in this first round.
Cool.
Sweet.
Can I multi-class?
Okay. So yes.
Now we really are oops all roads.
Aim for +2. It's just to attack, right?
Yeah, you'll get
Yeah,
+2
just-
for aim, and then +1 for high ground
Plus one,
advantage.
High ground.
And you get +2 from the backstab, so you get a +5.
Jeez, there's no way. You
This
miss
is gonna hit.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way you miss this.
Well, I rolled a 6 and 2 4s.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
Wait, can I figure out what the number is, please?
19.
6. So that's 10. 14 plus 5 is 19. My
Mhm.
+7
26.
to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
My bowl's +7. Okay, so that will mean I get an extra damage dice. Yeah, that's 26. And I have 4 stomp points.
Whew.
Freaking trying to remember how to play this game, you guys.
It's been a while.
Every combat stunts, everything's in a different place now. Here, chat, look at the combat stunts with me. So I've got 4. No. Where's my dragon dice? I've got 6 stump points. Roll double 4s. 6 on the die. We've been playing this. This is our 32nd session or something. I think we can remember what to do.
Do they look armored? Like heavily armored?
That was gonna be my question.
Which ones? Are you asking about all of the Darkspawn?
Yeah,
Well-
I guess in this
How they look.
particular instance, the one Venon's firing at.
The leader.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
yeah,
leader.
he's got he's pretty well armored.
Yeah, so I'm going to, because I can pierce armor for 1, I'm going to pierce armor, and then I'm going to use my other 5 for volley.
Okay, which means you can make another attack that doesn't generate stunt points, right?
I think so.
I think you can make up to 2 more attacks.
I know I wrote it down somewhere. The question is where?
I'll bring up your sheet.
How did I put volley? That's paralyze.
It should be under your archery style. Because volley is the is one of the higher level
Well, something
marksmen.
else is giving me that though. That's
Oh
it's
no,
not
no,
under
there
my
it is.
archery
It's under
style,
it's under marksman. Yeah, it's the journeyman marksman one. So volley stunt for 5 stunt points.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
You can make 2 more ranged attacks
Ooh.
at the same target or a different one.
Oh right, yes, because you must. Yeah, because you have to have a loaded missile weapon, but I can load as a free action.
Yes, you can.
Great.
So,
I'll just roll those.
go for it.
It's 18. The aim is only on the first shot, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
You still get the +1 for high ground though.
19. 19.
Hits.
Ooh. 16?
Also hits.
Okay, so they all hit.
All right, so do the damage for the first one first, because
Yes.
that one will get the pierced armor.
Also, you have swift arrows. I'm reminding you because I'm reminding myself as well.
Yes, they're +2 to attack.
Yes, they are.
Should remember
Did
that.
you use any of those?
Well,
on
no,
these,
because they
or-
all hit.
Yeah. Well, you have to decide ahead of time whether you use this.
Well, no, I know, but you're asking me now, and I didn't say I did because I
Yeah.
didn't remember I had them.
Yeah.
There they are. Okay. I was rolling damage. That is 15 on the first one. That's the pierced
15
armor.
with the pierced armor, which for y'all the pierced armor.
It's
still
the
just
same.
half.
It just costs less.
It just costs less. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought somebody had something that pierced armor reduced.
Garas
it to 0.
does.
I do.
Garas does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very specific circumstance.
So he has an armor of 8. That will reduce it to 4. You rolled 15, so that's 11 points of damage.
Yep.
All right.
Second one is 13.
Okay. -8 will be 5 points of damage.
And last one is 10.
2 points of damage. Okay.
I'll call that a success.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
that's a pretty.
I call it.
Yeah, just firing 3 arrows in quick succession from seemingly out of nowhere. This Herlock Alpha, this captain of this squad of Darkspawn takes him in the back and immediately turns towards you and begins barking out orders in a strange language to the other Darkspawn in response. But you have
You can try.
You've definitely wounded him. Venehn, I think that is your turn. Carter.
What's the scale on these hexes?
They're 2 yards each.
Oh, goody. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yep. So,
And
Carter.
if you're, so you all know, because I had to look up those rules. So standard hexes are 2 yards. If you have an odd number of movement, it's rounded down. So if you,
Okay. Got it.
So Carter is going to swing the halberd above his head like a staff in a wide circle, and as he does, he says, "Fear not this magic. We come to help." And the green fade energy is enveloping the blade of the halberd, and he swings it down butt first. And as he does, the energy spirals like a dual helix around it, and when it hits the ground, a ripple of fade energy goes out in this radius and affects all of the melee wielders on our
shit.
side. Yeah, 10-yard radius. This fade energy ripples out and then coalesces onto their weapons as well. And everybody, Garas, Hansen, like all of them, get +6 to damage and can pierce armor for 1 less stunt point.
Wow. Did you roll to cast the spell?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
let's do
I
that
did not. Yep.
Let's make
Yep.
sure that didn't
I
explode.
forget
on
that
you
happens
first.
here. Yeah. And I'm an abomination. Nope. But that's 11 plus 7 is 18. I don't think I have a target number that high on a spell.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah.
It is a stunt though. I get 1 stunt point.
Oh,
off of
yeah.
that.
Nice.
Yeah, get your spell stunts.
God, I never get spell stunts. Okay.
I know.
Sure you do.
It's only
Yeah, I've got
one,
both the
but
standard and the advanced spell stunt list on in the hand.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of used to using roll, so I've got both of them open.
Oh, that's fine.
Let's go with. I'm not a big fan of
You got how many stun
those.
points?
1.
I think the only one you can do, you can either do the puissant casting, which increases spell power, but I don't know if that would affect.
Doesn't
the
do
spell.
anything.
You could do arcane acuity.
Yeah, I was just reading that. I think that's the only one that matters. Or arcane armor, but like my duster is better armor than that. So
Yeah.
actually no, it's not. Let's go with that. I'll do arcane armor, which bumps my armor up to the SP spent on telekinetic is 8.
Okay.
Nice.
So I got an armor 8 for 1 round.
That's
and
higher
then-
than me.
And then after that, I'm going to use my minor action. Like when he brings the staff down and that ripple goes out, part of it also comes back around and coalesces over Carter himself, forming that spectral armor. I'm going to activate my combat mode.
Oh, I love it. So all of them get +6 to damage.
In addition to their shit, like just an
Jeez.
extra 6.
Yeah, all of these Orlesian soldiers suddenly see their swords glowing with this energy. Lambert has this lance that he's wielding from horseback that begins to glow with this energy too. Yeah, they're about to fuck shit up. So very good, awesome.
And that's it for me.
All right, Carter. Yeah, we'll just attribute all the extra damage. I'm going to tally up every time they do 6 extra damage, and we'll give that to Carter at the end of this fight. All right.
You know, when we all sit around and compare how much damage we
How
did
much
because we
damage we
keep
dealt.
track.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yaz, it's your turn.
All right.
Same deal. You have a +1 bonus to anyone that's on a lower plane than you
Okay.
for attack rolls, not damage.
Awesome. Well, then, and we're automatically for this round getting that backstab too, correct?
Yes, you're
okay.
automatically in backstab.
Okay, so that's +1, +2 is 3, and then I'm going to use my swift arrow.
Okay.
So that'll be another +2. Let me mark. I am down to 20 of these. So this is what I roll +5. All right. So that's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit. You're also aiming for the captain?
Yes.
Okay, you will have to use your minor action to move closer to the, because like I said, you have to be right up on the edge to fire against.
Okay.
him.
So we'll say I was here. That work?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So how many spaces? That was 1, 2, 4 spaces for you.
Yeah.
So you still, that's 2, 4, 6, 8.
Could I have cheated as well, and that's just where I was when we got set up?
No, you couldn't have done that because you would have been seen. If
Oh,
you
okay.
had gotten there, yeah. Because
Fair
you had to be 3 spaces away from.
Get it.
So you did have to use your minor action to get there. But
That makes
yes, the
sense with
attack-
with the backstab as well, so that's fine. Okay, so that hits. So we're looking at the backstab. So this is 3d6 plus 11.
Okay.
$20 points of damage.
Whew.
Nice.
Did you do Pierce? Did you get any stun points?
I didn't get any stun points, no.
Okay, so -8 is 12 points of damage. Okay, still. Oof. Yeah, y'all have fucked him up pretty bad. Not quite bloodied yet, but yeah, you fired. He's now full Boromir with 3 arrows sticking out of his back and a crossbow bolt sticking out of his shoulder. Seeing you up on the roof now. Anything else for Yaz's turn?
And that's all I got.
All right. That will put it to Lambert's turn. Lambert turns down because you're right next to him, Carter. He just looks down and he says, What are you doing here?
An old friend sends regards. Perhaps we should finish this first and then discuss.
Right. Push forward, men! And yells an order to all of them as he stirs his horse forward, just a hair, to close the gap here, and then strikes out with his lance against this darkspawn in the front. He gets baby. That is 21 with 5 stunt points. And alright, I gotta get up the stunts now. I should have had these up already. Combat stunts, 5 stunt points. You said he can do pierce armor for 1 less?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could do pierce armor for 1.
Mm-hmm. Oops, lots of rogues.
No, he's gonna do 5 points for a lethal blow because he's got that
Nice.
extra damage here. So that'll be. All right, so that's gonna be 5d6 plus 13. So that's 31 points of damage. Minus this Genlock's armor, which is 5, so that'll reduce it to 26, which kills this one outright. He just fully murders this one with 1 stab of his. Thankfully, it would not have gotten there if it hadn't been for that extra damage from Carter. Just stabs forward the lance straight through it, like pierces through the armor and the plating, straight through the throat of this darkspawn, and then as he rips it back out, a spurt of blood across the ground lets him continue to push in as the tide of battle has turned. And that's it for Lambert. Garas, it is your turn.
Okay. So these guys are soldiers. All right. Garas is going to move up to right here, and he's kind of like darting and dodging between the soldiers. And I think he just springs up out of nowhere in front of a soldier and looks back at them. It's like, "Hey, I'm Garas. I'm here to help. Don't worry." And he turns around and stabs at this darkspawn right there.
Yes, go ahead and make your
And we
attack.
have the backstab, right?
Yes, you do have the backstab
Okay,
automatically.
So I get +1 from backstab and another +1 from my...
You get +2 from backstab to hit.
Oh! Wow, that's even more so. All right, so that is +2 from backstab and another plus from my duelist talent. So
Okay.
that's +3. That's 17 with 5 stun points.
Ooh, baby. That definitely hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna use 0 stun points for pierce armor, and what my combat stunts again?
Devastating blow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a lethal blow. Just use all 5 stun points for a lethal blow.
All right, yeah, pierce armor for free, and then
Yeah, so that's 2d6 plus another d6 from. So it's
Backstab.
3d6 already for backstab, and another d6 already from my rapier. If I could just get the dice out.
So it should be 5d6.
Yeah. Ho ho. That's 25 points of piercing damage.
and then with your pierce armor, is that a thing you did where you reduced it to 0? Is that all the time for you?
Well, that's all. It's not all the time. It's it's all the time. Whenever I do pierce armor, it just ignores armor completely.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 25 points straight through.
All right. Yeah. Which one did you hit?
Going for this one right here.
This one. Okay.
Yeah.
You you thrust, appearing out of nowhere into the fray. You thrust straight through the skull.
Did you add the plus
of this.
6 from Carter?
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
No, yeah.
yeah. It's enough to kill him regardless. But yeah, definitely remember that.
Well, if it was added the plus 6 from Carter, it would have been at 31 points. So.
But another one of these Genlocks, one shot as the rapier pierces straight through his skull.
Yeah.
Awesome. Garas, that is your turn.
Yep.
Which means it'll be Hansen's turn now. Who is going to... He doesn't have your deft maneuvering skills, but we'll push his way to the front. I think I will let y'all push through allies' spaces as long as you don't end there. So he pushes straight past this very beleaguered Orlesian soldier that's been fighting off this group for a while, and is going to make an attack with his bastard sword. And that is going to be a 15 to hit, which will hit. No stunt points. So it'll be 6 plus 11. That's 14 points of damage. God, that was really bad rolls. 14 points of damage reduced to reduced by 5, so that's 9 points of damage to this Genlock. All right. Stabs through, is not able to completely finish off this Darkspawn though. Now we're getting a bunch of turns from me. It'll be the Orlesians' turns now. So these 3 on the right are going to take their attacks. And they're going to attack with their halberds. Each of them has a plus 6. So it's a 19, which hits with no stunt points. That is a 16, which hits with 2 stunt points, and a 14, which misses. Well, actually, hold on. 14. Nope, 14 hits. So all 3 of them hit. I'll do the 2 without stunt points first. Halberd is 2d6 plus 7. 14 points for the first one. Or sorry, I didn't add their extra. So that's 20 points for the first one. 18 points for the second one. Minus 5, 13 for that one. one. And the one with stunt points is going to use Pierce Armor because you can do that easier. 7. 17 points of damage.
And you're including the extra 6 on all those, I hope.
Yeah. Should be reduced to...
Sita, does
15.
it also does your spell also add to plus hit, or is it just to plus damage?
Just damage.
Just
Okay.
damage.
Alright, cool.
So those 3 legions begin to hack with their halberds, which begin to like carve through the armor there, dealing a lot more damage than they were before. Your spell really helping to turn the tide there. The other 2 in the back are going to make attacks with crossbows because they can't push in. I guess the 2 in front of you, in front of Garas and Hansen, kind of like between your shoulders. The crossbow attack, 21 with 6 stunt points, and a 20 with 3 stunt points. Jeez.
The spell also does not affect ranged weapons at all.
Okay,
So,
that's what I figured.
They stunted.
They did stunt. 6 stunt points for the first one. He'll do a lethal blow. And the other one will do a pierce armor. So, first one we'll do. It's gonna be lethal blow. It's 3d6, right? So it'll be 5d6 plus 3. 19 points of damage there, reduced to 14. And second one does 7. Is that really it? Yeah, 7 points of damage. Minus 2 is 5 points of damage to that one. All right. The legions are doing their best to turn the tide. However, the Darkspawn are now going to retaliate. Oh boy, that's a lot of turns now. I'm going to start with the ones that are fighting the Orlesians, and we'll see how they fare. So the Genlocks have a +5 with their battle axes. That is a 19 with 4 stunt points, a 17, no stunt points, and a 12, which misses. So one of them finally misses on those. So these are the 3 that are on the right, engaged kind of that line next to Lambert. 2 of them are able to hit. The one without stunt points is going to deal +3 is 9 points of damage, minus they have 8 armor though, the Orlesians, so it's only 1 point of damage there. And then the other one that's stunted is 10 points of damage, is going to do a 4 stunt points. He's going to do a mighty blow and a pierce armor. So we'll add an extra d6. So that's 14 points of damage. So 10 points of damage to that one. All right. The other 3 in front of Garas, 2 of them are going to attack you. Let's do these attacks. Garas, first one is a 17.
I got to do my math because yeah, that one does hit. That one does hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because my defense is now 16 because of my dual weapon style.
That is 8 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Second one is definitely gonna miss. It's a 10, so that one definitely misses you.
Got it.
Other one's gonna attack Hanson. That is 9 plus 5 is 14. And he's got a defense of 12, so that does hit. 8.
Bop,
11.
Hanson. Bop.
That's 11 points of damage. He has an armor of 10, so that is 1 point of damage to him. So good job there. And then the 2 that are in the back are gonna hurl some hand axes. One is going to be against you. Actually, one is going to throw a hand axe at Lambert, and the other one's going to throw a hand axe at you, Garas.
Okay.
Garas, that is a 16.
Misses. Oh no, that hits. That hits. Yeah.
That hits. Not a lot of damage, though. It's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then against Lambert, that is an 18 to hit. Probably hits. Let's see, Lambert, you got a defense of 15, so that misses, or that does hit you. It's 9, 12 damage. He's got a defense of 10, so that'll be 2 points of damage to Lambert. And Lambert, I didn't put your hit points on there. How many do you have? All right. Now for the other side of this battle, going on to the south. The Darkspawn commander here, the captain, is going to bark out some orders to the ones that are to the south here. Yaz, the ones beneath you are going to use their minor and major actions to climb up onto the roof next to you. And then we'll say this one comes around here. I'll mark them with yellow. They can't do anything. They can't attack this turn, but they are in your face. And then then these two on the ground here are going to throw some hand axes at you.
Your thing.
That is going to be a 19 to hit you.
Yep.
For 4 stunt points, and then an 11.
No.
All right, so one does hit you with 4 stunt points. They are going to skirmish, and they are going to move to knock you back. 4 yards, which would be 2 squares. So they'll knock you on the ground, and then they will also yeah, they'll also pierce armor. Okay. So damage on these is not as much. That is 9 points of damage to you.
Okay.
But you are pushed back to here,
Ow.
and you are no longer on the roof.
Oh, I liked being up there.
Yeah. And I think
no,
they
Veneh's
figured
fault.
that out. So Carter and Garas, you can see Lambert or Venn sort of disappears off the roof after getting hit in the shoulder with an axe, and then flung backwards, landing on the ground, and kind of out of sight behind one of these buildings. And Yaz now has company on the roof up next to her, which leaves 3 darkspawn that have not acted, or sorry, 4 of the regular ones that haven't acted. They are going to yeah, seeing some of the people falling up here, one uses its minor action to close in these ranks here. And these 3 in front of the captain are currently working on the door against the other 3 wardens that are in there. So we're going to do a contested athletics between contested strength between the 2 of them to see if the door if the barricade holds. So we'll do 1 attack against that Orlesian. That is going to hit with a 19 at 5 stunt points for 5 and 8 points of damage, which doesn't do any damage because it's going to pierce armor and mighty blow, so we'll do an extra d6. So 8, 14 minus 4 is 10 points of damage to that one. All right. Couple of these lesions are looking a little rough. The ones on the right here next to you, Garas, these 2 have taken a beating. They don't look like they could withstand a very much longer or many more rounds like that. And okay, so we're gonna do a roll off of strength between the darkspawn that are at the door versus the wardens. Darkspawn have a +3 bonus. The wardens also have a +3 bonus. So then we'll do 3d6. I'm gonna roll this first. This first one is for the wardens. That's 13. Second one is for the darkspawn. That's a 17. With 6 stunt points. You hear a crash beneath you, Yaz. The rest of you hear this as well, as these darkspawn push into this building where the wardens are hiding. That ends the darkspawn's turn. Oh shoot! I didn't add for the captain, for the leader of their group.
No, he's dead. Don't you remember?
Yeah, he
No,
died.
he's not.
He
dead.
died.
He
died.
died.
He is going to.
He can be
what?
mad all he wants that I shot him 3 times. He doesn't know where the fuck I am now.
Because he fell.
Yeah, I'm
I was
debating. Alright, he moved 4 squares. He couldn't get around to you. God, he's really angry at you, though.
Come on, baby, come get me. Let's go.
If you can find him.
I mean, he did just see you fall off of that building. So I think he might know where you are. Does he go? No, he's got to stay here and help his troops.
His loss.
I know. I really...
Missed opportunity, I say.
He is going to push up here. Oh, you know what? No. Sorry. I'm gonna redact one thing. This one doesn't move in there. Instead, he pushes in to this room where the wardens are, and he's gonna make some attacks against. He's gonna make an attack against this warden in the front, because that's who he wants to kill. That is going to be a 20 to hit for 19 points of damage against that warden. Does have an armor of 8, so be reduced to 11. All right. But the commander's kind of out of sight, has now moved into the building. I think the only person that could potentially get advantage on them would be Venehn coming around that corner. You might be able to see him in that door frame. All right. Wardens have to go now. And then I promise we'll get back to your turns. All of their turns went in a row. Y'all go at the same time, and then they all go. The wardens are going to make Two of them are going to make attacks against the this dark spawn that just pushed in. Longsword is 5. It's a 19 and a 21. That'll be. Let's see, 2d6 plus 3. That is 9, 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage. He's got 8, so he takes 4 from both those. So he takes a total of 8 points of damage from them. All right, that ends their turns. We are back with Venn.
Okay. I'm of 2 minds. Are these guys very fast? Do we know?
You've seen them moving a bit now. I will say, what is Venon's speed?
17.
Jesus. They're definitely not as fast as you.
I didn't think so. Sorry, I had to refresh roll 20 because it froze.
I mean, they're wearing a lot of like clunky kind of like mismatch armor. So yeah, they're hindered by that.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to continue to cause chaos. Everyone else is in a pretty strategic place. So I'm gonna use these guys wanted me off the wall. Guess what? Now they don't know where the fuck I am anymore. I'm gonna use that movement. These are 2 apiece, right? The hexies.
Yes.
Can I get like through here? Is this very high up? Just looks like rocks, right? Can I scramble up there and go through?
Yeah, you could go through
So
there.
it would be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Yeah, that's a very low.
16.
So I'm gonna just go. Joop! Oh, where did it go? And then can I just shoot this one over here?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep running, like playing fucking laser tag in these ruins over here while you guys are doing a fight. But yeah, I'll minor action
It's
move
good
over
strategy.
there. And then I will shoot this, their genlocks.
Yes.
This genlock in the back. I would like.
Go for it.
You know what? I would bet he doesn't know I'm there.
No, it does not. know you're
So backstab?
here. Make a stealth check.
22.
Yeah,
I add
no.
so much to
No.
stealth.
Yeah, he has no idea you're there.
Yay! I'm gonna shoot him. Backstab, you are in place. It's 2 to attack. 7, 8, 9. Got me all debating whether to use these arrows. 2 stunt points. That's a
All
19
right.
to hit him.
19 does hit.
Okay, so I'll get 2d6 plus 8 damage, and I have 2 stun points, and I'm gonna use them to. I don't need to rapid reload anymore. I'll use 1 to pierce armor,
Okay.
because why not? And then I will. Oh, I can. Wait, I have something else. Yes, okay. I pierce his armor, and then my new marksman stuff. Where is it? I can also knock prone for 1 instead of 2.
Oh, nice.
And when I do so, I can push him back 2 yards.
How much damage
applying
did you
the
do?
knockdown. I haven't rolled my damage yet.
Oh, you have a roll damage. Okay.
I was just trying to figure out how to do these 2 stun points. So pierce armor, and he's knocked back 2 yards, and then he falls. And I rolled like shit for damage, so 11 damage.
11 points damage. Are you pierced armor?
Yes.
So that reduces armor to 2.
That's pretty good.
He only had 7 hit points left.
Aw, he really falls.
He really falls. You not his body goes flying past the Sorlegian that's fighting him.
And then I peek around and I look at the Orlesion and I just wink and then I hide back the wall.
Wonderful. Yeah, that Orlesion see the body goes flying. You see through the visor, eyes wide. Was not expecting that and got a little freaked out by it. Very, very good.
Yay! Kill him.
Was that it for your turn?
Minor, major. Yep.
Okay. I need to check one thing first. Because I did forget to do something on the Herlock Alpha's turn. He did get stunt points. He used those 4 stunt points to let out a rallying cry, causing all Herlocks all the Genlocks within 10 yards of him to regain hit points. So those that had been damaged. The one that you hit was outside of that range, so was not affected by that. But I did adjust for the ones that had taken damage. Good turn, Ven. Carter, it is your go.
I think Carter is going to shout, "Garas, carve me a path," and then I'm going to cast force field on the Herlock leader.
Bubble boy.
I'm gonna bubble his ass.
Okay. Yeah, I think you've got line of sight, I think. Yeah, you've got line of sight on it.
8, 11 plus my 6 is 17 plus 2 from spirit. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that is success with 4 stunt points on this one.
Okay.
Man, I went from never stunting to doing that a lot. And I think that's okay with me. Spell stunts.
Watching, I just saw the Yaz your token just do a loop.
Yep.
Oh, I am totally gonna do fast casting for 4 points. I should also be using up my MP. And on that fast cast, I'm going to cast. We'll go with levitate on my halberd.
Oh, okay.
7, 8 plus 8, 16. Ew, that may not have worked. Levitate. No, it did. Target number 15. Okay. So yeah, so my halberd starts to levitate off around me, and Bubble Boy is bubbled.
Does he get?
And you know what? And I'm going to
save or
do that.
anything for that.
No, there's no fucking save.
What's
I'm
this
also.
on? I need to remember what this spell is so I can figure
It's
out how
force
to
field.
let that happen.
I will. It's hard to. There's not a whole lot of ways to get around it.
I need to find a way to not let this work. But
You surround a subject within 25 yards, which may be yourself, with a protective field of magical force that absorbs all damage that would otherwise affect its target. The force field lasts for 1 round. I'm spending mana to make it last longer.
Yeah.
During that time, the subject is completely immune to damage, but also cannot move from the spot, make melee or ranged attacks, or give or receive any items. Spells and other effects that do not cause direct damage, such as daze, mana drain, hexes, yada yada, still affect the subject normally. And if he can cast spells, he can cast them out. But I don't think he can cast spells.
Yeah, this guy can definitely cast spells. Nope, he's just stuck. Jeez, that's a good spell.
And I'm going to spend an extra 10 mana to make it last for 3 rounds.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Woo! All right, Bubble Boy is bubbled.
So that's
I think I've got a
19
little
mana.
bubble marker,
Levitate.
but
24.
no.
Oh, could you
there's no-
also create a marker for my halberd?
Oh God! Wait, here's the spiritual weapon thing all over again. Yes, I can do that. I have the technology. Let's see.
Oh.
What the fuck do you spell halberd? It's ARD, isn't it?
ERD.
ERD?
HALBERD. Albert.
I think yeah, I think it was ARD.
It was Hal Beard, but it's pronounced Baird.
No. Google it.
Here you go. Here's a halberd for you.
Nice.
I literally have a from our Curse of Strahd art pack, an animated halberd.
Yay.
Yeah.
So
HALBERD. Halberd.
And then I guess with my minor action, I'm going to move that sucker. It's 3 times my magic, so 18. I'm just
so
going to
that
bring
would
it.
be not you can move it like 18 divided by 2, like 9 squares.
Yep. Man, my mouse sucks. Can somebody move it like down here behind the gun locks?
Like here?
No, further up. I don't know why my mouse is not wanting
Like
to.
here?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Alright. Right there. Yeah, you definitely can move it there. Perfect. Now there's a flying halberd
Mhm.
that is very confusing to anyone that is not in your party, as this magical halberd suddenly starts circling through the air circling behind the Genlocks. Awesome, Carter. Good turn. There is now a new barricade in that door, and it is the Darkspawn commander.
Yeah.
Who is now stuck.
You know what
there.
they say when the maker closes one door? He
Closes another.
also closes another. Fuck you guys. I'm leaving. Isn't that what the maker said?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what
Yeah.
it is.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
It's in the lost text. That's what it is.
It's the canticles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yaz, you've got a party on the roof with you.
Yeah, and I really can't do much because I have to use my major action to reload. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna haul ass my full movement away from them to try and get set up to maybe do a backstab my next turn. So that's me. That's easy.
All right. Well, how much movement do you have? What's your movement speed?
15.
So you can move 7 squares. So where you want to move to?
I'm going right over there.
Perfect.
We call that
Just-
stunt book it.
Yeah.
So
Just
yeah, as they're running up onto the roof, you suddenly scramble away, reloading, shingles like kicking underneath you.
flip. Yeah, it's great.
As this very large Kunari is now sprinting across the roof away from a bunch of Darkspawn. That does take you out of line of sight of any of the ones on the ground from attacking you.
I figure I'll just take care of these 3 up here.
Alrighty. That is Yaz's turn. It'll be Lambert now, and then I've got to go a bunch after Garas does. Alright, Lambert. I actually don't think he can really do much from up here, because he's... I need to double check what's the range on the lance, because it's got something special. Lances group. Nope. Yeah, no reach or anything on that. Yeah, I don't think he can really do anything from back here. So just continues to shout orders to his soldiers. He can. No, he'd have to actually make an attack to use his taunt. There. Yeah, actually, no. Fuck it. He's gonna move his horse around over here, so he can make an attack against the.
Oh no, he's in line of sight with Venehn. Oops.
Oops. Yeah. You see Lambert come wheeling around the corner and looks over to the side and sees you. What, Ven? Were you just kind of like pushed up against a wall?
No, I'm probably pulling a fucking axe out of my shoulder.
Oh yeah, you like rip the axe out and you look up to lock eyes with Lambert once again, who just like I think is looking a bit flustered, like sees you as trying not to look flustered and trying to focus on the battle right now. Is gonna make an attack.
I tried to hide from him.
You did.
This is his own
that,
doing.
That does hit with a 19. Oh no, 20. No stunts though, so that'll be 3d6. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Plus 7 plus 6 is 13. 29 points of damage. Minus 5 is 24. That one only had 7 hit points left. That one's dead. All right, stabs another one through with his lance. Garas, is your turn.
I'm gonna stab that one right in front of me because I told Carter I would clear a path, but I would also like to use my minor action to bluff.
Okay.
So it needs to make a contested. What was it again?
Your deception, it's
willpower.
Willpower.
Yeah,
Willpower? Okay.
Self-disciplined willpower.
yeah.
Gotcha. You probably beat me.
16.
12.
Okay, so I got my bluff. So that's plus 2, plus 6, plus 3. That is 17 with only 3 stun points.
Okay. What stunts you want to do?
I am going to do
Nice.
backstab, pierce armor for 0, and I'm going to mighty blow and skirmish it back. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I am not going to mighty blow it. I am going to do a defensive stance, so I get +2 to my defense.
Okay.
So that's 6 plus 11. Holy cow! Actually, no, not 11. 6 plus. That is 21 points of piercing, of ignoring armor damage.
Jeez. He is standing on a prayer right now. you stab him exactly how you stabbed the other one, but for some reason he doesn't go down. You stab him like through the head. You're not sure how the physiology of these darkspawn, maybe their brains are in different locations. You're not sure, but yeah. It does
Okay.
not. He doesn't go
Phineas
down.
Gage survived getting a railroad spike in his head.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be real unpleasant to be around with
Oh,
rest
yeah,
of
totally.
his friends and family now.
Yeah, but that's my turn.
I'm just imagining him, a dark spawn going home, like, honey, I'm back. You wouldn't believe what happened. I got stabbed through the brain today, and
I'm just
I
glad
have
you
no
knew who I
time.
was
And now-
talking about.
And now for
Why
some
are you
reason I
such
feel
a
like being
bad
naked.
mood, Roger?
I'm gonna go get naked
Put
in
your
public.
clothes on.
Garrus,
The story of Phineas Gage is absolutely
It's
fascinating.
incredible.
Please.
Yeah, if you
Look it
guys
up,
don't
kids.
know about
Educate
this guy,
yourselves.
It's
him up.
a buck wild story.
Yeah. Garrus, that's it for you, right?
Yes.
All right. It is now a bunch of my turns. Hanson is. I should have had y'all roll instead of these people. Hanson is going to go. He's going to attack. He can't reach the one you've barely missed taking out, but he can reach the other one that's a little wounded. So he is going to do that. Did I close his sheet? Jesus. What's wrong with me? Okay. Hansen rolls badly, but still hits with a 16. And with no stunt points, with his sword, that's 4 plus 11. So 15 points of damage, reduced to 10. That one's still up, but also looking very rough. Your lesions are gonna go now. I'm gonna have this the lesions that are doing attacking at range continue to do so. 2 more. Well, no, actually, they got to use their major actions to reload their crossbows. So, yeah, they reload.
Y'all gotta get in on this archery stuff.
For
These
real.
archery talents.
I mean, come on, guys. You're supposed to be soldiers.
I
and ready
have.
to go.
Oh, Lambert's gonna be so excited when I tell him I have some things to teach his army. Wouldn't you love it if your ex showed up and was like, "Actually, let me help you do your job"?
Actually, no.
After you
I
ghosted
wouldn't.
me for months.
So this one back here doesn't want to step in because Lambert looks like he's pushing through that side, but is gonna whip out his crossbow and try to finish off the one you've almost killed with a crossbow shot. He's gonna use his minor action to move about here so he can do that and not hit one of his own dudes. And we'll make an attack. Abysmal. That misses. That is a 12. Crossbow shot goes wide. The other two will make attacks with their halberds again. That is a 17, which hits, and a 15, which hits. The 17 does get 4 stunt points. So he's gonna do a mighty blow, or sorry, mighty blow is the one I think he can do for 4.
Mighty blow is the smaller lethal blow.
Oh, that's 2. Yeah, sorry, mighty blow is 2. He'll do mighty blow and pierce armor. So he will do. Ooh, good damage rolls there. 15 plus. This is probably gonna do it. 15 plus 13. It's 28 point. Yeah, that kills this guy. Yeah, that one's dead. And last one here is gonna do regular damage. That is 23 points of damage. Minus 5 is 18. That one's still up. Oh, you mean to move your horse, Lambert? That is the Orlesians have all gone. It is the Darkspawn's turn. So, Commander Darkspawn is stuck in a bubble. Not much he can do there.
I love that for him.
I think all the other Darkspawns seem a little confused by that. I'm going to start with the easier turns. So the ones that were chasing Venn continue to do that. They can move, if they use their minor and major actions to move, they can go 7 squares or hexagons. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one goes here. 1, 2, 3. Venn, you just hear
I'm
the
gone.
crunching. It's like 2. They come around and then look. One's like, did I kill them? What?
But does this one like play a lot of video games and think that I despawned because he killed me?
The
this guy.
Like,
This guy. This.
Drop a loop back.
This is some galaxy brain. This should be the leader.
Yeah.
This guy.
That one
One of them
Darkspawn is
pulls out,
like,
like,
oh my
one
god,
of
there's a
their
camper over here, guys, come
one
on!
pulls out one of their throwing axes and is like, oh, fuck did I do? I'm gonna. What did you roll on your stealth? You rolled incredibly high on your stealth check.
It was
right?
21. The only thing I've rolled higher today was my initiative, I think.
I'm gonna roll.
Oh no, I had that crazy attack roll earlier.
All right, they have a +2 to perception and a focus in smelling.
Smelling?
So
Know what
I'm
I
gonna-
smell like?
I'm gonna give a +4, and I'm gonna let both of them roll to see
Do
if
I
they
know
find
them?
you.
I bet you Vince smells like lavender.
First one rolls a 12. Second one
thinking
rolls a
sandalwood,
10.
but
They
lavender's
both
good.
they both fail. They have no idea where you went. They've de-aggroed.
Even
on
though
you.
I smell like lavender and sandalwood. They don't know what
the
that
ones-
is. They think it's disgusting.
The ones on the roof
Oh.
can move. Do they use their full dash to get to you, or do they throw some shit at
It's just chasing Yasmera around the room.
you? Yeah, that's
Just
kind
hell
of
all over again.
Pretty much.
it's
It's the Benny Hill theme, straight up.
I think one of this gonna. So this one's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get there. Yeah, they're seeing you like near the edge, and they think like, "Oh, let's go fuck her up," and just start running straight at you. This one is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. This is gonna go 1, 2. Yeah, I think he's also gonna run up and try to close the distance. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He goes right here. That is the ones on the roof. So we just got the ones on the ground now. This one uses minor action to come up to you. Actually, hold on 1 second. I forgot to check something. There is a major action. Oh, it's up to half your speed rounded down in yards and make a melee attack. I don't think they could have gotten there with a charge. No, they couldn't have gotten to you with a charge. So, nope, can't do that. So, the one on the ground, these two next to the commander are very confused, but they have a couple of wardens here that they can still get to through this choke point. So one of them is going to make an attack. And we'll roll a 15, which hits for 3, 6. Not enough damage to do anything to the warden recruit. So hits the armor and it glances off. No damage there. This one here takes a swing at the halberd. Because why not?
I have no idea how that works.
just
Apparently,
lets
they
it
don't know
Stuff
how
like it's
weapons
armor
work at
class or
all.
anything.
He just hits the I think he's going to try to grab the halberd. How about
There-
that?
Thief.
Let's.
There is a thing
Rude.
for that.
Is there
I
a
can
thing for
actually
that?
try to
This
I
game
can
has
actually try to
everything.
wrest an object from someone's grasp, and I would kind of assume it's the same way if somebody tried to grab it, right?
Okay, yeah. So we'll just do like a contested check
Uh-huh.
between the two.
Yep, it's
Uh,
their strength might versus my magic spirit.
All right, let's do that. So strength, they have a +3. For
I have more than
this.
that.
Oh, I bet you do. That is a 13, Monfrere.
Okay, I got a 14, but I rolled so low.
Yeah. Yeah. I think just reach. Like he goes to reach for the halberd. What does Carter do? Seeing this happen.
I think it will lead into what I do to him next round,
Okay.
but it's
He's
just
just like-
it's he can grab it, but it's still going to attack him.
Yeah. Just. Being pulled around by this halberd. All right. God, it's so good.
All I can think
Uh,
of is Ash and Evil Dead fighting
yeah.
his own hand.
Yeah, that is kind of what's happening. All right, so we're gonna do 2 attacks against Garas. That is very bad. That is a 11
Misses.
and a 16.
That misses because my defense is now 18 because of defensive stance.
Nice. The other one's gonna attack Hanson. Oh boy, that's really bad. That's a 13, but I don't think his defense is that high. Yeah, it's not. So that still hits for 9, 12 points of damage, which for Hanson is reduced to 2. So he's doing fine. He's taking 3 points of damage.
Something to be said for playing a character who can wear armor, huh?
Yeah, right. Last one within melee. Attacks this Orlesian soldier. Hits, no stunts. 8, 11 points of damage. Which reduces to 3. That one's looking kind of rough. And then the two in the back with... They're gonna... yeah, they're gonna minor action. 1, 2, 3. And then charge. Yeah, minor action move, and then that one's gonna charge forward to make an attack with a +1. Hits. 7 points of damage, which is enough to get through his armor. So he comes charging forward and kind of smashes into this Orlesian soldier who stands strong. They can see the battle turning. They're inspired by their commander and these new friends that have shown up. Last one is going to throw he's going to throw a hand axe at you, Garas.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Why
that,
not?
It misses.
Just lean to the side.
Yep, just just
Hey,
sailing
who
right
throws
over.
an axe at someone? Rude.
The
With an eye
wardens.
out.
The wardens turns out they cannot attack through the bubble, right? Carter, no. So I think it was like mid swing, and one of the blade hits the side of the force, and was like, wasn't me. All right. And they're gonna attack the darkspawn. The only one that can attack the darkspawn in front of him. He's gonna roll a 14, which hits for 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage reduced to 5. All right. I think that is... The other wardens can't really do anything right now. All right, that's everybody. Ven, it is back to you.
Ooh, I don't know how much more sneaking I can do.
You go talk to your boyfriend, or you have the two choices: go talk to your
It's a
your
little-
ex-boyfriend, or fight the other two darkspawn on the other side of that
Well,
wall.
I'd like to talk to him later. I'm gonna climb. Can I use my movement to climb?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna climb up here.
What is it? Because your normal movement speed, so it's halved when you're climbing.
It's 17.
I was saying these walls are about 10 feet tall. So yeah, with half your movement, you could definitely make it to the top.
Okay. Just try to stay low, and then I'll shoot at one of them.
All right.
I'll shoot at one of them. How's about a backstab?
Make another stealth check.
Oh, I have to make another one finally.
Yep.
Ooh. $21.
21 will hit.
It'll hit. That's my stealth check.
Oh, 21. My brain is done. That definitely succeeds with a even with their keen sense of smell. They only got a 15 is the highest one.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the one that's a little closer to me.
Okay.
Wow. Little green guys are rolling pretty good. It's a 19 to hit. No. Backstab. It's 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yay. No stunts. Fucking, he rolls bad on damage. That's 13.
13 points of damage minus 5 is 8. Okay. That one hadn't been hit yet, but it hits an arrow and takes it in the shoulder. Both of them looking up and seeing you, like nudges the other one like, I told you I didn't kill him. And they start moving towards go to attack. Then that's your turn, Carter.
All right. I think I am going to change my mind on what I was doing there. So the Darkspawn still has its grab on the halberd, and I'm just going to like wrench it upwards, and I can imagine like he hangs on for like a second before he like plops back down to the ground. And I'm going to have the halberd, so I'm going to use my minor action to move it, and I'm going to move it right next to Yaz. And I'm going to help my buddy out on the roof, because ranged person being chased down all the time, not so great.
Yeah. And you're in the best position, I think, to assist there.
Yeah, also I noticed my cursor, it must be like locked to you. I cannot move it.
Oh yeah, sorry. That one I have to give you permission to move. So that would be why you can't. I can fix that real quick.
All right, I'm gonna roll an attack roll while you do that. Hello. So 17 plus 8, 25.
Yeah, it definitely hits. You should be able to move it now.
Okay, and that's also 5 stunt points.
Ooh, buddy.
All right, now move. There we go. All right, there. 5 stunts. So I'm gonna want to pierce armor. So that's 2. No, that's 1.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dual strike.
Okay.
Your attack is so strong it affects 2 targets. First, pick a second target. They must be adjacent to you if you're using a melee weapon or within 6 yards, blah, blah, blah. Apply the test result of the original attack roll to the second target. If you hit the secondary target, inflict your normal damage on them.
All right, yeah, deal damage to both of them.
Cool beans. So that is 2d6 plus 15.
Oh, boy.
So 5, 20. 20 with pierce armor.
Jeez. Okay, 20 points of damage. The first one was pierced, so he will take 18. The second one, not pierced, is 15. Jeez. Yeah, halberd just comes like swinging in, like cleaves through 2 of them. They're still up, but they're very badly hurt. Nice, Carter. Was that your minor and major action?
That's major and minor. Yep.
Awesome. God, so good. Yaz, it is your turn.
May I, as a part of my move, and therefore also a part of a backstab, may I jump off the roof and try to do a fun roll / 3-point landing, and then take aim and fire at one of the dudes on the roof?
Okay, so you're kind of wanting
really
to, like,
bad on your knees.
You're kind of wanting to like,
bad in these, yeah.
are you want to like leap off and fire like mid fall?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will let you do that.
Do like a dexterity roll? I don't have acrobatics or anything.
Yeah. Just
I'll take damage. I'm untouched. I don't fucking care. It'll be
roll
cool.
dexterity for me. Let's just see
Okay.
how cool this is.
with my rolling tonight, it's going to be atrocious, and I'm going to fall and like knock the wind out of myself. But it's
Positive thinking.
I believe in you. You got this.
fine. 17.
17's
go.
very good. That's an incredibly good roll. Yeah, you
Still got a 1 in there. I have not
go-
rolled a single goddamn thing with a 1 in it tonight.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
Which one do you want to attack?
The one that's untouched.
Okay.
So I want to do a backstab. So I guess this would be, I mean, maybe they don't, would I need to roll, would this be like a bluff instead? I'm moving away from them. Would they maybe lose sight of me as I jump, and that's how I get the
I need to
jump on
remember
them?
the backstab language.
Backstab is if you're doing it as part of a movement, or you're able to hide behind something, so it's stealth versus their perception. Bluff is basically like juking them and getting them off step, so that would be willpower versus...
This would be more of a bluff
deception.
than a backstab.
Okay, so I gotta roll deception. All right.
And then they
And
roll
then
willpower.
They roll
self-discipline.
self-discipline. Yep.
I'd say you leaping off a roof is a good bluff.
It's only a 13.
Well, I got an 11.
What? Okay. So it is same as before. All right, so I get the +2 to hit, and I also get +2 for my swift arrows, so that's a +4 to hit. So we're adding a +4 to this. I really won't need it because that's a 21 for a 25.
That hits.
No stunt points yet again. Damn it. But that is now 3d6 plus 11. For 27 points of damage.
Woo! Minus
Rolling well on
5
damage.
minus 5 for their defense,
Okay.
for their armor, is 22. All of these guys have exactly 22 hit points.
Yeah!
So, yeah, you leap off, which causes him like to swing forward, and as he's staggering that moment and you're falling, you just release the pull the trigger in your crossbow. Bolt goes straight through his eye as you flip backwards and land
3-point
on your feet
land.
on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, terrible on your knees.
Fuck yeah.
Carter turns to you and says, I see you did not need my help.
I wouldn't mind if you finished off the other two, though.
So yeah, so you would have landed like I'll give you
here?
like right there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna take the marker off you. Okay.
Yay!
There you go. That is Yaz's turn. It is Lambert's turn now. Let me check something real quick. Never be stupid.
I'm so glad the offhand singing of that before first half was over
Right.
is still stuck in heads.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Lambert shouts to the soldiers and says, push the line, and then minor action spurs the horse, which comes riding around the side underneath where you're at, Ven, and leaping over the wall here goes straight towards the darkspawn that are on the ground, giving you an opportunity on your next turn to maybe do some cool horse stunts. And we'll just charge forward with his lance. And
Perhaps
hopefully-
hopping behind and holding on to him as you shoot from the horse.
have
or something.
Totally do that. Do it.
Some
Do it.
ideas.
Do it. Do it.
it's 19 to hit, no stunt points. That is 8 plus 13, 21 points of damage, minus 5, 16. Kills that one. Finishes the job for you on that one. As he comes around, the two dark spawn completely caught off guard as the commander of this group comes dressages over the small ruined wall here and just lance straight through the chest of this dark spawn.
They say his horse was just like dancing.
Doing a little trot.
That is Garrus's turn.
Okay. The one that barely is standing up in front of me, I'm gonna attack that one.
All right.
Burn.
I don't know how that one's still alive.
I have no idea either. Holy crap. Okay. That is 24 with 6 stunt points.
Okay. I was kind of hoping the holy crap was like, oh, that was 3 1s, and now,
Oh, no.
And like this is just the unkillable dark spawn who cannot be touched.
He's
Okay.
actually
Garrus
the
turns
leader.
into an abomination.
Yeah, that's what happens. I just explode and turn to a box. I'm like, oh no, the taint! But yeah, that's 24, so that's 6 stunt points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 0 stunt points to pierce armor,
Okay.
and I'm going to use 3 more stunt points to lightning attack. So, and then I'm
Okay.
going to attack the one right next to that one.
Perfect. Yeah, that one's pretty badly hurt too, so you might be able to finish them both off.
Okay. So let me just roll my attack right there for the second one also.
Yeah. I'll be
But-
honest, you probably don't need to roll damage for the first one.
Yeah, probably not.
Has 1 hit point left, so I don't think you could do low enough damage not to
So that is 20 to hit the second one.
you definitely hit, so
Okay. So
just roll damage for the second one, because the first one you
Okay,
you
so
destroy.
rolling damage for the second one for the second one. So that's
'Cause
already
there's
plus-
no way you could get less than 6 damage.
No, it's physically impossible because I have plus 16 thanks to Carter.
Yeah.
So that's a 20 damage right there.
You kill both of them.
Okay, yeah, like pretty much what Garas does is he grabs the first one that he was going to attack, and he stabs him through with a rapier, and then as soon as the other one is about to, well, no, he just pretty much grabs that one, stabs him through the rapier, and then keeps on going, so it stabs the other one right next to them, and then like just impales them both on the rapier and like pulls the blade out and flicks the blood off.
I love it. Yeah. 2 collapsing in a heap, and you have now opened up a path, as you said you would for...
Carter,
for
I cleared the
Carter.
pathway for you, buddy.
That is fantastic turn from Garrus. You still have a minor action, though, right?
I still have minor action.
Yeah, do you want to move anywhere?
Oh wait, no, I still have 3 more stun points. I'm gonna go right back into defensive stance.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna move minor action move up to I'm gonna minor action move right here. Actually no. I'm gonna move over 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna move over here to give the halberd backup.
Okay, how much movement do you have?
I have 15.
So you can move you can move 7 spaces.
Okay, so
And that's a wall there. So
Oh, that's a wall?
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Nope, you can make it there. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I think I like to think you run because Hanson is right there. As Mill slashing sees you like destroy those two, and kind of like the two of you lock eyes in that moment, and he kind of like parries a blow, hunkers down, and you
Yes.
you like one step off his back and grab onto the side of the roof.
Yeah.
Pull yourself up.
I just like vault myself up onto the roof and I slide over and I'm like just standing there. I look back at Yasmera. Yasmera, you okay down there?
That's all she says.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She's just sleeping.
I love it. You give the halberd back up. The halberd looks at you and nods.
I fist bump the halberd.
Love it.
Garas and the halberd share a passionate mid-fight kiss, and we move on.
All right, it is Hanson's turn now. Hanson is going to make an attack against the darkspawn in front of him. That is a 17, which will hit. That is 5 plus 11. 16 points of damage. Minus 5 is back to 11. All right. Slashes the one in front of him. Oh, he had 3 stun points. Hold on. He will throw a... fuck it. He'll do a lightning attack. So we'll do a second attack against that one. Also hits. 6 plus 11, 17 points of damage. Kills that one. That one is dead. So I think slashes, ducks down, blade slams in the wall from the Darkspawn's mixed attack. Garas, you leap up, and as the Darkspawn yanks the axe back out of the wall, just skewers straight up with his bastard sword straight into the throat of this Darkspawn and kills it. That is then he uses minor action to he's gonna move up here. That is going to be the Orlesians' turns, who are gonna move in to hopefully finish off these Darkspawns. Minor action from both of those to move. Minor action from this one to move. I'm so shocked that all of them are still alive at this point in the fight. That is 20 to hit for the first one. That is a 13 plus 19 hit for the second one with 1 stun point, which will use to pierce armor since he can do that for 1. So that'll be 5 plus 7 plus 6 is 13, 18 points of damage. Minus 13 plus the first one. And then 8 plus 13. The 2 of them team up on this Darkspawn and kill him. The other 3 over here is misses somehow. 13 with 5, 19 with 5 stunt points for the second Orlesian soldier. And he's gonna do a dual strike and a pierce armor. So damage is 9 plus 13. 21 minus 2 is 19 points damage. And 7, 14. He slashes through with his halberd, leaving a massive, scoring a massive hit against the first one, and just the backswing with the halberd takes out the other Darkspawn, leaving this last Orlesian soldier here, who hits and deals 6 plus 13. But kills that one too. This plus 6 damage to all of their attack rolls is insane. Like that is done so much.
It's a terrible spell. I should get rid of it.
Yeah, completely. And these two will use their minor actions to to move up to here. Those are the Orlesians, leaving just the Darkspawn. There are only a few Darkspawn left. But they can't leave. Their commander can't do anything because he's in the bubble. He's not going to order a retreat because they'd have to leave him behind. How many more turns does he have left in the bubble at this point? I think
This is his second turn.
Jesus.
So he's got one more after this still.
He's not going to make it through this fight. The Darkspawn. Fuck. I honestly, I'm gonna do a morale check for them to see if they stick around. We're gonna set this at a. I'm gonna set it at a 15. They have a +4 to morale. I'll roll this out in the open. It's a 13. The Darkspawn begin to flee. The 4 remaining, one of them facing down Lambert with a on horseback, 2 of them facing down a halberd that's killing them without any even though nobody the Darkspawn don't really know what is happening on the different sides of the battlefield at this point. Everyone is facing such overwhelming odds that as the commander is shouting in this guttural language that you can't understand and roaring at the ones around him, all the Darkspawn begin to flee, unless anyone is wanting to pursue or anything at this point. They will I think some of the soldiers kind of rush behind and take out a couple of them as they run. Lambert following up behind them on horseback and running down a few on as they run away. But the dust settles and y'all have prevailed.
Whew.
You see the Orlesian soldiers beginning to gather, breathing heavily, some pulling off their helms. The Hanson immediately moves to... Well, I guess, here's my question. A couple seconds later, the Darkspawn captain is released from the bubble. Carter, you're the one that knows when the spell's going to end. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You're muted.
My bad. I would have liked to have moved up to the bubble at that time.
Okay.
And had brought the halberd back to me and just had it leveled at the Darkspawn as the spell fades.
Yeah, I think you as the spell fades, the halberd at the Darkspawn commander's neck, he immediately kind of lunges towards you, and you see as one of the warden's blades just stabs straight through the chest from behind, wrenching it free, and he falls to the ground. The warden behind Hanson immediately moves in and checks on the others. You can see one of them kind of in the corners, pretty badly wounded, is clutching some sort of poorly bandaged wound around his midsection. The other 3 are pretty harrowed looking, but are doing okay physically. And Hanson moves in to check on him and says, "Are you all right? Where's the rest of your group?" And one of the other wardens has pulls off their helmet. You see a woman with short black hair, says, "They're all gone. That they chased us all the way here. This is all that's left." Hanson puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "You did good. We'll get you back." Begins to tend to the others, looks over and kind of gives a silent thanks to those of you that are looking through the doorway. As the Orlesians begin to gather, Venn, what are you doing in this moment? Lambert's kind of like ridden off at this point, but seems to be is probably going to return in a minute.
He's ridden off, you said?
He's ridden off, like was chasing down with a few of the Orlesian soldiers, was chasing down some of the Darkspawn that were running, but they were only chasing so far.
Oh,
He's
okay.
retreating.
Yeah, I'm still up on my perch, so I'll come down to that like southern end of the wall and just sit. Start wrapping up my wound.
The
Oh yeah, I take my shirt off.
okay, perfect.
There we go.
There's the crunching of gravel under hooves as Lambert's horse returns and finally pulls off his helm. You see that kind of shaggy brown hair has grown out a bit of a beard at this point from the last time you saw him, and comes riding up, lance now hooked to the side of his saddle, and immediately sees you, like has checked on a couple of the soldiers and stuff, like attending to business first, then sees you and kind of trots up alongside you, looks up, like a long moment of silence.
Captain?
What are you doing here?
Working. On saving you. But mostly working.
I think we had it.
Did you? That's a lot of blood.
Thanks for the help.
Of course.
We should probably talk.
You think?
Yeah.
Need a haircut.
And a shave. You look good.
I know.
Let's get back.
I hop down onto the horse. See, now it's a power play.
He stirs the horse forward and returns to the rest of the soldiers, and the rest of you see Lambert returning with Venehn sitting on the back of the horse.
He doesn't waste much time.
So that's why he said dibs.
And that's where we're gonna end our session for tonight.
Oh, you're gonna give me a whole week to think about it? About what I'm gonna say?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Get ready for some shower monologues. That's all I have to say.
I'd like to spend a token.
I'm ready for it.
You don't have to on Ben, and he says all of his inner thoughts.
Good stuff. I have no idea how y'all managed to. I mean, I know how y'all managed to not let a single ally die in that
It's
fight.
called Carter, is what
And
it's
it's called
Fucking Carter.
It's called
Yeah.
Carter being
Between-
a fucking badass.
between
And
the
this is why
plus-
you love and respect your support characters. Always.
Yeah.
between +6 damage.
They can do this for you.
and yeah, the lowest soldier got down to 9 hit points. Everyone else is pretty good. But
So
yeah,
we get the better chest, right? Of
Eh,
we get a
yes, you
legendary.
did. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we
that's
got
exactly-
mastery.
We get better drops, is what we're
Yeah.
saying.
I finally started. I got deep into Diablo 4 this week, you guys.
Yeah, y'all crushed it. I kept adding. I was making this encounter, and I kept adding Darkspawn to it, being like, "This is too many. This is too many. I'm adding too many. This is gonna be really bad." And now I know I need to add more Darkspawn next time.
We're not.
Maybe more
Well, maybe-
types of
Maybe
dark
not.
spawn.
Yeah, there will be more types. You were just encountering a specific little squadron of them, but we'll talk about it for next time, as we will come back to prepare for the Battle of Hossberg and implementing your this plan that has been months in the making. So, and y'all's involvement in that, and whatever, however much you want that to be. We'll talk a bit about that off stream. But that's gonna be it for tonight, y'all. Let's go around and do our stars and wishes. And we'll start at the top with Van.
That's me. Hi. My star. I want to give a star to everyone. Is that allowed? I couldn't decide. Okay.
It's our game.
So
Yeah, we can do
my
whatever we want.
star for Yasmera is the cool dive shot off the roof, because that's Venenn's star for Yasmera too. If he saw that, he'd be like, yes.
It was very cool.
It was so cool. And then my star for Garas is real human emotion. I love trauma, and I love it when characters recognize that they have it and stop ignoring it. It's my favorite thing.
I think that's the first time we ever seen Garrus like angry. Like obviously the stuff
You know,
with
he
Don
always
Knotts was
reins
kind of,
it in.
like was very like a controlled anger. That was the first time we ever seen
He
Garrus
always reins it in, yeah.
actually angry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does.
Scary.
that tipping point of like, I'm gonna have to verbalize this because otherwise it's gonna claw its way out of me. Yeah, and then my star for Carter, so many, but my true star, my one true star, is Carter just like stepping toe to toe with the architect and just looking up at his ass and being like, I fucking hate people like you.
Fun. I enjoyed it.
Because that's something that Venehn does.
It's very good.
Seeing Carter do it, he was like, oh man. What in his mind it was, oh yeah, so I do look cool when I do that. So Carter's much taller and cooler. Well, you know.
Love it.
My star for Val is just do math. Do math.
Math.
Did a
I
lot
do
of
a lot of
math.
math today.
So much math.
So much maths.
All the math.
It's been a while since I've run like a big combat like that with a lot of moving parts. That was a lot.
And,
And
the
also for-
initiative rolls.
And also for Hansen because I'm obsessed with him. I'm gonna keep him.
Hanson
love
was invented on
I
the
love
spot, too,
Hanson.
and
I
is now-
love Hanson.
I think
so
part of it
much.
Soldier.
Is originally because you said his name was Hanson, and so I thought of what I know what Hanson looks like. The music people Hanson.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you
I was
said his
immediately
name was
endeared.
handsome. Is what I thought
Handsome.
you
It
said.
Sergeant
might as well
Hanson.
be based on what I
Sar-
think he looks like.
Sergeant Sexy. Oh, I guess I could expand their tokens so you can see him.
What does he look like?
That's Hanson.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's a handsome Hanson.
Very much a
He
Taylor.
looks like a
Mhm,
Matt
mhm.
Mercer villain.
Yeah, it does look like a Matt
Hold on,
Mercer
chat. I'll get
villain.
you there.
And then
There they
on
are.
the right is
Ooh.
Lambert.
That's like
Lambert
Hey,
looking like
Lambert.
a straight up hunk.
He
I
was
love
not. He was not a hunk when we last
He-
spoke.
It is now.
He was a twunk.
He was a little more of a twink.
War changes
originally.
the man.
Now he's all freaking grizzled.
yeah,
Tell me this doesn't look like Matt Mercer playing some kind of like,
Yeah, no, it
it
does.
Kinda.
does.
or like this is the
Yeah.
next fantasy movie that Adam Driver is gonna make. One of the two. I know two men that wear their hair like that sometimes.
It is.
It's
He's
one
got
or
the Adam
other.
Driver nose.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Closer up, he looks more like Adam Driver.
Yeah. I
And
can see
this
that.
man, Lambert, is played by. Who?
You said Mercer, and now I'm saying like Travis Willingham.
Yeah,
but-
that's where my brain went
Oh,
instantly.
you
to
know
Travis
what? You know
Willingham.
what? What about Will Friedle?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
like a Carl Urban type?
No, Carl
Oh,
Urban. Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
Yeah,
Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
Yeah.
Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
Yeah.
Got it. Adam Driver.
Carl Urban.
This has nothing to do with the stream. I'm just obsessed with these characters.
Let's I think that those were your stars. Did you do your wish?
This was my wish.
Okay.
Was to just hang out with these guys for a little bit because I love them. I want to be friends with Hanson. We can be more than friends if he's interested, but that I don't feel like Venehn has to say that part out loud.
No,
That's a
just
given.
implied.
I want to be friends with Hanson. I'm just really looking forward to next session a lot.
Yeah, me too. A lot of roleplay next session.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Van. Sid.
You said a lot of things already that I wanted to say. So I'm just gonna go with my star will go to Carter for MVP, I guess. Like, holy shit, dude. Like,
It works really well in a
just-
big group. I'll
just
put
some
that in there.
fucking
Yeah.
clutch spells.
It was really a good time for Carter to shine because I think the mages in this game, and I'm glad I decided to do the battle map, kind of like big battle thing, because that really got to see an awesome side to some of the spells that we have here, because a lot of them are tailored for like big group fights and stuff, and good chance to see that.
Oh, beautiful. Loved it. Amazing. Kicked ass. My wish. Yeah, I wanna dig into all these grizzled veterans. I want to talk to some people. Like, I'm glad we've got some role play, because yeah, I just want to like drink with these buds and like get to know the wardens. I'm excited. Should be fun.
I think that'll be very fun. Yeah, I'm thinking that next session will almost be kind of a downtime session, getting ready for the battle to come. So, and there's a lot of stuff between Carter, some personal stuff to take care of. Venehn has personal stuff to take care of. Garas has to go through the joining.
Pretty personal.
That's
pretty
pretty personal
personal.
right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And Yaz is here.
I'm sure Yaz will find something to
write about titties.
to stick her nose into.
She's done writing about titties. That took a couple days, maybe.
Maybe Wolf
Just
will
moved
just
on
show
to
up
butts.
for no reason.
Yeah, because that won't be suspicious in any way for Wolf to just show up. Oh, but that's me.
Description of the titties was just too good.
They heard it from miles away.
The titties heard from around the world. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sid. Wally.
I got 2 stars. 1 star goes to Carter because I love how Carter and Garas are the Bash brothers of this group. Like, because you have Yasmera and Venehn, they're like this sneaky, like stealthy, shooty, but Carter and Garas are such the Bash brothers, like straight up, like, hey, you in it for a scrappy? I'm in it for a scrap. You want a scrap? Let's go for a scrap. That's the
Let's
kind
have the Donnybrook.
Yeah, let's have a fucking Donnybrook, boys. That's the kind of guys they are, and I really love that relationship they have, and just this combat really showed it off that these two have great combat synergy. And plus, I'm just a slut for combat and TTRPGs, so being that kind of relationship they have just makes my heart very happy. My second star goes to Venehn for just, like, as Garas said, giving him a verbal smack across the face, because he had
laid into him.
Yeah, he had a lot of rage, and Venehn, like, pretty much it shows like the closeness that Venehn and Garas have, that because if Yasmera said it, if Yasmera said that to Garas would no sell it, because that's how he always hears that stuff from Yasmera. But the fact that Venehn said it to him, it hurt and cut deeper, because they just have that really close friendship that he respects every single word that Venehn says to him, and I really like that, and it made me happy. My wish, I want Garas to bond with Hansen while he's going through the ordaining. I want him to like bond with Hansen or some of these grizzled vets during the ordaining, because this is gonna be a new thing for him, and I think because it's also that whole like vibe they had on the battlefield. I feel like Garas will kind of just have a nice little bond with Hansen as he's going through this, and I would like to see that happen. Also, I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like for him going through the ordaining too.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll be
really looking forward to that. That's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I want to talk about either after the stream or between, because yeah, joining stuff can get pretty intense for anyone that's played Dragon Age 1 or Dragon Age Origins. It's a trip. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Thank you, Wally. Sita, want to close us out?
Yeah. Wally, thank you for your star. I thank everybody for the stars, but thank you for your star because it's kind of related to the star I want to give you. Because it was the moment where you and I were sitting on the side of the ship and we were just having our little heart-to-heart moment. I like that it doesn't happen very often between us, but Garas and Carter do have like, I don't know, a kind of understanding and maybe like when we have an opportunity to be a little bit more honest and not wear the mask so much, it's a little easier with each other. I love it. And my wish is I got a taste of power this episode. I kind of want to I want to command some troops during the battle. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Carter is no longer baby. They desire power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be that can definitely happen. We'll chat a bit about the big mass battle. The system has a mechanic for like mass battles, like huge epic scale battles that I think we'll be playing around with next week for our first time. Because I think there might be a couple of those to finish out the campaign. At least that I have planned. But yeah, is that it for everyone? Everyone get their stuff out? Awesome. Well, thank you everyone out there for watching, especially this extra long episode here today. We decided to play a bit longer because of the holiday tomorrow, and so figured why not? So we'll be back for our normally scheduled stream next Monday, where you can join us for the continuation of this journey. And like I said, at the top of the stream, our next game that will be live on this channel is tomorrow, Tuesday, for Escape Velocity. And playing Stars. Yeah, go join them tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time, playing Stars in that number. Follow us in all the places. We just started a GGK Mastodon account, so you can follow us there. Links are in the chat. And I think that is it. Thank you to my lovely players for being as awesome as always. And
Thank you for the game.
You are welcome. Sorry, I usually have to pause for the thank you for the game, and then it came a little.
It's
bit
on
later.
a little more of a delay today.
A little more of a delay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Wow, so when you say stuff, you just pause and wait for us to thank you?
Yes. Well, I've gotten used to Sid doing that every time now, so
Yeah.
I wait because otherwise
it's a different computer, okay? It takes
Let
me a
this be a
second.
lesson in staying humble, everybody.
Yeah, really.
Val apology video. When?
They let it go to your head, Val.
Go get your
Never.
ukulele.
Follow
Yeah.
my SoundCloud.
It's got to be at least 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you everyone out there for watching. We very much appreciate it. And we will see you in 1 week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Par-delà le temps, la menace grandit. Si loin dans le silence, on entend ses cris. Par-delà les terres, son nom fait frémir. Préparez-vous, le néant arrive. Les légendes ne se trompent point, de la peur ils se nourrissent.